The New York Rangers and the Edmonton Oilers meet up at the Northlands Coliseum in just a moment. Rangers and Oilers met once in New York, played a 1-1 tie. Mike Richter right back in goal tonight after his game last night, in which he came up with a tie. He is fifth in the NHL in goals against average at 2.65.
Glenn Healy, I think, got credit for the tie. After playing just a few seconds, that's right. And the crazy situation involving wins, losses, and ties. And, of course, Billy Ranford, who we talked about in the Open in game number 67. His save percentage right near 9 at .898, and that's very strong, playing on a team that will not be in the playoffs.
Most games of any goaltender, most minutes of any goaltender, most shots against of any goaltender in the National Hockey League, and on the negative side, the most goals against. But, hey, tough when you're on the last place team.
Sure is. Denny Morrell gets the call as our referee for this one.
Mark Messier with Adam Graves on the left. Glenn Anderson, number 36, on the right. Brian Leach and Jeff Bukaboom on defense. And we are underway. Scott Pearson, number 33, with Dean McCammon, number 37, and Doug Waite, the former Ranger, number 39. You will also see Todd Marchand, who is in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, having been traded here from the New York Rangers for Craig McTavish. Bukaboom in deep, tried to get it to Anderson. The puck taken away. Doug Waite clears the zone. Waite was a question mark for the lineup tonight. He's been experiencing migraine headaches. He says he tends to get them when he gets colds and sinus problems. And he did skate this morning, felt a little better, and is in the lineup. Ryan Noonan, number 16, on with Esa Tikkanen, number 10. Ranford had trouble with the puck there, played by Shane Corson, who's just coming back from a broken leg. He missed 11 games. Corson on the move. Saved by Richter. Corson the rebounder, saved by Richter. Another rebound is blocked. Good effort by Maltby. Taken away by Tikkanen, and he clears it aside.
You see the pace in this one already. It's great ice right here in Edmonton. It's going to be a quick-paced game, and Edmonton, the rest of the team, starts quickly here. Richter with 2 saves. The third shot hit the right foot of Kevin Lowe.
And Craig McTavish, first game back. He's being traded from Edmonton after playing here for almost 9 seasons. Igor Kravchuk, number 21, is checked by McTavish. Kirk Maltby is hit hard by Kevin Lowe, and the puck cleared out. Lowe and Maltby still going at it. Maltby had that huge game in New York where he just had about 3 hits every shift. Adam Bennett, one-time Chicago Blackhawk, moves it out. Bennett, number 35. He's paired with Luke Richardson. Puck taken away by Backtoe, and the Caribs in. It's waved off. No goal. Morrell says it may have been kicked in.
You know, yes, that's what he's going to say, Sam. Started with a turnover created by Steve Larmer, and it ended up with Larmer trying to score, and then Morrell saying that he kicked it in, and you can see Morrell saying that he makes the call. Right? See the bouncing puck? There's Larmer going to the net, and how it went in, I don't know. This should show it. Larmer will go to the net. The puck is bouncing. He'll turn and face Matteau, and there's the puck going off his right skate. And what I think Morrell is saying is that it was directed in on purpose off the right skate blade of Steve Larmer as he was on his way down.
Larmer, disputing that call, feeling he was pulled down on the play and that he didn't intentionally kick it in. Here is Mike Keenan's lineup for tonight. Mark Messier returns. Eddie Olczyk is out of the lineup. Defense remains the same. The healthy scratches, Matthias Nordstrom and Doug Lidster. Eddie Olczyk and Mike Hartman scratched from the lineup and back home suspended. Mike Hudson and Sergei Nemchinov. Around the boards, Todd Marchand is on. He's wearing number 36. And Ranford directs that one up into the crowd with the blockers. Stopping play, 2 minutes, 9 seconds in. Edmonton Oilers are unbeaten in their last 4 games, having returned from a 3-game road trip in which they played 2 ties and had a win. 2 ties in Florida against Tampa Bay and the Florida Panthers, and then a win in Quebec. And there's Todd Marchand, 20 years old. Boy, what a 2 weeks it's been for him, John.
Well, what a season it's been, Sam. He's played close to 80 games. 70 of those 80 have been on the road. And that's very difficult for any athlete. Of course, with Team USA, they didn't play very many home games. So it's been a very long, tough grind for him. But he'd like to make some form of an impact here in Edmonton.
Shot by Wells, stick save by Ranford. The rebound, Matteau gave it up as he was checked by Boris Mironov, former Winnipeg Jet. Here's Matteau, number 32, across with Larmer. Kovalov the trailer. Larmer checked in front by Luke Richardson. The puck cleared out by Marchand. In the span of 3 weeks, Todd Marchand went from Norway to New York to Binghamton to New York to Binghamton to Edmonton. Marchand with the puck. Kelly Buchberger, number 16. Oh, hard hit. Then he wrestles Leach down. He's got a headlock on Leach. Graves comes over and says, let him go. And Buchberger won't. Graves is all over Buchberger as play continues down the other end of the ice.
See Marchand playing with two big wingers too, Sam. We all know Marchand is not a very big guy. So Thornton and Buchberger happen to be the bookends for Todd Marchand in this game.
Mike Stapleton, who came over on waivers from the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's upended by Leach with a hip check. Centered by Seager for Brent Grieve. Grieve, who has 4 goals in the last 3 games, has been red hot, number 34. Anderson was taken down on the play by Seager. There's a penalty upcoming on the Edmonton Oilers.
A hooking call in the offensive zone. Edmonton has started fast. They're working hard, but they take a penalty to slow them down.
Here's what happened with Leach, Buchberger, and Graves.
Yeah, Buchberger was taken out of the play, decided to retaliate just a little bit. Then Adam Graves was the peacemaker. And finally they separate. And Adam Graves does it all, Sam.
Dano Seager gets called for hooking at 3:21. Rangers on the power play. They were 2 for 4 last night. They lead the league with 86 power play goals. Anderson with Graves and Messier, Leach and Zubov. Jason Arnott, big, strong rookie around the net after the takeaway. Arnott, number 7, with Kirk Maltby, number 18. Frederick Olsen, number 15, and Bob Beers, number 2.
The talk around Edmonton is that Arnott was simply the best player in last season's entry draft. They just love him here, and he's become the leader on the team as a youngster.
Edmonton Oilers are down as far as the league standings in penalty killing, but their penalty killing is 80%. A couple of years ago, that would have been outstanding, John. Right now, it's good for 21st in the league. Ranford fires around the glass. It's out of the zone. They've given up 69 power play goals in 73 games. Buchberger sent it into the Rangers' zone.
Rangers don't seem to have the legs here early. They, I would think, try to get them as we move along. Remember, they played a difficult game last night in Calgary, but you can see the real sharpness isn't there right now.
McTavish taken out by Luke Richardson. Good hit. Kravchuk deflected off the stick of McTavish, gloved by Ranford. He holds on. You can see Ranford has some baseball background. He handled that nicely.
37 seconds ago on the Seager penalty as McTavish gets some time here on the power play. Eddie Olczyk is not in the lineup for the Rangers. He went back to New York today to be with his family on a personal matter, and we wish the family all the best.
Have to send best wishes from John, myself, and the New York Rangers to a big Rangers fan who's sick out on Long Island. Vincent Scotto, who lives in Woodbury, Long Island. Everybody wishes you a speedy recovery. Get well soon, and best wishes from the Rangers. That is Scott Thornton, number 17, who's on to take the face-off against Alexei Kovalov. Kovalov with Matto and Larmer, Zubov and Leach. So Mike Keenan has used 3 combinations on the power play. Sometimes he uses only 1.
Well, he's going to experiment. He's going to try and find some common ground for his combination.
Buchberger blocked by Leach. Zubov takes the puck. Leaves it for Leach. Long pass to Larmer. Larmer for Matto. Matto turns, backhander, stopped by Ranford. Larmer to the rebound, knocked away by Buchberger. 10 seconds left in the power play. Puck is cleared out. No score in the game. Played 5 minutes and 15 seconds here at the Northland Coliseum. Disappointing, John, to see many empty seats here. Here's Zubov. Team's back at full strength.
Now 4 shots the Rangers have had, which means they have now hit 50 on the season against Bill Ranford, including the first game they played, and they've beaten them once. This is a terrific save by Ranford. This is the play as you see Thornton move across. He locks up with Gilbert. Wells will move right across and have some words with the Oilers.
Esa Tikkanen, this is home for him.
Wife and children here at the game, hoping to actually stay over tonight and join the team in Vancouver. The Rangers actually will charter right to Vancouver after the game for the game Friday.
Out to Leach for the shot, saved by Ranford. Another tough shot. Puck cleared out of the zone. No score in the game.
It's interesting to watch Arnott, number 7, rookie, first year, and he's got an A on his jersey. The only rookie in the league that has that distinction. And is that ever a quality point when you talk about a young player that this man, Glenn Sather, is coaching?
And he will not name a new captain to replace Craig McTavish, who was the captain of the Oilers. He will have 3 players wear the A's for the remainder of the season. Remember last night we talked about Neil Smith talking about if we win the Stanley Cup, he'd kiss Glenn Sather's backside in Macy's window. That's after all these trades, because Glenn Sather has said every time he makes a trade, you'll win the Cup. Well, Glenn Sather says, I'll hold him up to it, too.
I heard him say that. True. Glenn would love a free trip to New York with his wife. And remember, Glenn played for the Rangers at one time.
He made several trades. Boom couldn't keep it in the zone.
Well, right now, the Rangers have their hands full right here in Edmonton. The Oilers are playing an aggressive, tough game. And when the Rangers get through, Billy Ranford's been there.
Offside whistled against the Rangers. Stops play. 6:25 gone by. Shane Corson, that was a player that many teams coveted, but could not get early on. Then he was injured and has been out the last several weeks with a broken fibula, missing the last 12 games, and that certainly secured his position. Not that Glenn Sather had any inclination to trade him. Corson's going to be a leader. He is already, but he'll be a leader as far as the future goes.
He's really helped Arnott. Arnott, as a rookie, has developed into not only a good hockey player, but a mean good hockey player. He's not in awe of anyone. And Corson and people like that teach and help those types of players improve those skills.
Interesting to hear Glenn Sather talk about him. This is Brent Grieve coming in, shot it wide, and then got ridden hard out of the play by Jeff Bookeboom. Glenn Sather says Jason Arnott at this point is better than Mark Messier was at the same age. Yeah. Messier matured and became a man very soon after and became a superstar.
He didn't know if Arnott would be the superstar, Mark, and he would never say that Mark is. But he certainly did say the one interesting point. He said this kid at this age is better than Mark was. That's a real compliment.
Absolutely. Rangers were offside right before the shot by Kevin Lowe. No score in the game. We'll be right back. That Rangers-Vancouver game will be Friday night. We just have a good time. We just look forward to keep playing the game.
Look forward to going to Vancouver, too.
That's right. One of the great cities of North America. Vancouver playing in L.A. tonight. And the Rangers and Canucks will meet up on Friday night. It'll be a 10:30 Eastern Time start right here on MSG Network. And looking forward to seeing Pavel Bure.
29 goals in 29 games, Sam. He's trying to score number 50 in Los Angeles tonight. He's been playing with Murray Craven as a centerman, and that's really been clicking recently. Vancouver playing quite well.
Arnott playing it across. No score in the game here. Almost 8 minutes gone by in the first. Adam Bennett blocked by Glenn Anderson. Anderson on with Messier and Graves. Zubov and Lowe. Igor Kravchuk, number 21, for Kirk Maltby. Maltby after the puck. Taken away by Zubov. Arnott ran into one of his own players. Lowe and Maltby have been going at it. Could be something developing. Drop pass from Messier to Anderson. Maltby takes it away. Long pass. And Pearson was checked tightly and gave up the puck. Arnott trying to keep it in. He does on the line. Long shot saved by Richter off the stick. Kovalov has the puck. Hit his own man, Adam Graves. Graves going for it. Pearson kept it in. Zubov holds and fires it out.
Well, there was a collision earlier on this shift with Corson at center ice or near center ice. He's on the bench and he's hurting. He very slowly went to the Oiler bench. And he's been in some pain on the bench.
That's not a good sign. Larmer had it taken away. Dean McCammon, number 37, brings it across. Nice stick handling. Then he gave it up. McCammon, former high draft pick of the Chicago Blackhawks when Mike Keenan was there. In the corner, Doug Waite, number 39. Rangers try to move it up the boards. It's centered across by McCammon. Jay Wells gets there to clear the zone.
Well, remember how quick this game started, the first shift or two? We haven't seen that speed since. It's been more of a neutral zone game and not very many odd man rushes. Both teams are trying to battle one another and not give up too much.
That's Frederick Olsen. Sorry, John. Had a look at. There's Steve Larmer. Still wearing the glove and protection on the glove. And just to officially correct what we showed you before, it's Friday night, 10:30 Eastern Time. Rangers and Vancouver Canucks. We will be live from Pacific Coliseum, and we certainly hope you'll stay up late to join us to start the weekend. There's Shane Corson on the bench, and there's some concern on the bench.
He's being talked to by one of the trainers now. See if he's okay.
Frederick Olesen, number 15, who was in the doghouse in Winnipeg, wasn't playing much, and traded over to Edmonton. Richter covers up, as Doug Waite and Jay Wells are entangled. Settle down, back to the Oilers bench. Corson now seems to be composed.
Yeah, he was bent over and having a lot of problems. Now he'll move down the bench to get ready for his next shift. I think he was involved in a collision with Arnott, his own teammate, and he was shaken. Seems to be okay. The players, when they come off the bench, they sit at that end and they shuffle down towards. Let's see what happens here. Well, there's the collision. And it seemed to really affect Corson for a few minutes.
Leach gets around the linesman and moves it to Brian Noonan. Noonan, number 16, on with Tikkanen and Gilbert. Gilbert moves in. Gilbert against Mironov. Try to hit Tikkanen, who was tied up on the play. Puck deflects out of the zone, and Leach is back to get it. Kelly Buchberger after him. Looks like Glenn Sather wants Buchberger on the ice chasing Leach a lot and bothering him. Cross ice for Tikkanen. He lifts it into the Edmonton zone. 10 minutes gone by. First period, no score in the game. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Rangers. Along the boards, Boris Mironov lost it to Noonan. Gilbert going for it. Marchand moved it. Leach fanned on the shot attempt. Still has the puck. Now it's Mironov for Marchand. And Buchberger sends it across for Scott Thornton. Thornton slowed down by Bookeboom, gets by him. Tikkanen picks up Thornton. Thornton plays the puck. Big and strong, trying to work it in front. It bounces in the free, saved by Richter on Buchberger. Noonan's got it. Waits and clears it out to Gilbert. Brian Noonan said he was nervous last night and thinking about all the moves. He said he needs to play more relaxed and instinctively.
Takes too long to think in this game. You can stop and think in other sports sometimes, but if you stop and think too much in hockey, the game passes you right on by. It's a game of instinct.
Marchand sends it in. Richter plays it off the boards. Newspapers in Edmonton were very kind to Todd Marchand when the trade was announced on Monday. They listed him at 6 feet 190. No. A long way from that. He'd have to grow several inches and put on a lot of weight to get there. Zdeno Seeger, drop pass, shot by Adam Bennett, deflects to the corner. Kravchuk moves it. Centering pass is taken back by Glenn Anderson, and he clears the zone. Adam Bennett is there. Bennett, another former Chicago Blackhawk. Zubov to Graves. Graves drops it off for Messier. Back for Graves off his stick. Anderson to the corner to get it. Checked by Kravchuk. Mike Stapleton up the board. Zubov tries to keep it in. He does. Kravchuk fires out. And
Edmonton
comes back to get it.
Edmonton with only 2 shots so far, and both were on the same flurry when they attempted 3 shots in about 3 seconds. Other than that, Edmonton's had no offense.
Jason Arnott with the puck. Shane Corson is back on. Seems to be okay. Leach for Messier. Messier with Larmer and Matteau. Long shift for Messier. He shoots. Save Ranford. Rebound wide by Larmer. Maltby takes it out. 7:50 to go in the first. There's no score. Leach blocked that shot on the shin pad. Frederick Olesen. Picked up by Matteau. Larmer across. Larmer toward the net. All the way through. Kirk Maltby goes to play it. 7:35 left in the first period. No score in the game. Shane Corson for Frederick Olesen. Olesen against Bookeboom. Knocked away nicely by Kovalov, and he brings it out. Larmer to the left side. Kovalov moves in. Nice cut in. He shoots, deflected wide. Knocked down by Maltby. Played by Nick Kyprios. Bob Beers, who came from the Tampa Bay Lightning, moves it up the board. Kept in. Comes loose to Doug Waite. Waite is the leading point scorer on the Edmonton Oilers with 64. And we've got a battle with Kyprios pushing and shoving. Maltby is there as well. Things settle down and play continues. Puck went off the skates of McTavish, and Wells sends it in. 6:50 to go in the first, no score. Olesen moves away from Koster and sends it all the way down. This will be an icing. Jay Wells comes back. The whistle stops play. Koster and Maltby pushing it. Koster in front of the Oilers bench, yelling at some players. The crowd looking on in interest.
Joey Koser got involved with a couple of players, and then Corson got talking from the bench. That's when Koser stopped and had a talk.
Nothing broke out. Joey Koser involved with Shane Corson and with some players on the Oilers bench. Things settled down. 6:39 to go. First period. No score in the game. Tikkanen for the faceoff against Doug Waite. Oilers played into the corner where Boris Mironov takes over. Hit by Gilbert, and he's knocked down by Waite. Noonan with a hit, and Tikkanen with a hit. Lowe moves it for Noonan. Noonan bumps with Mironov. Mironov has the puck. Waite sends it out, and Kevin Lowe has it. Lowe, Messier, and McTavish, former captains of the Edmonton Oilers. Returning here. What an array of former Oilers in the lineup for the Rangers. Zubov breaks through. Checked by Richardson. Gilbert to the puck. Chance for Tikkanen off the heel of his stick and went wide. Battle behind the net. Richardson trying to freeze the puck, and he does.
We're seeing Tikkanen and McCammon, number 37 for Edmonton, start to fester up a little bit of a battle. Good play by Zubov as he avoided a check just inside the Edmonton zone, and that trapped the Edmonton players up ice a little bit. There you see it. So then Zubov keeps on going. Tikkanen's in front, takes a pass. Just missed the net. Here comes McCammon. Boom. Into Tikkanen towards the end of their shift. We'll have to watch and see if those two players get at one another. I asked Tikkanen if he was tired a little bit after all the battles he had last night with Theo Fleury and Joel Otto and others. No, felt good. Just another day at the office.
Puck brought out by Todd Marchand. Marchand trying to break through with speed. Leaf broke it up nicely. Lead to Messier from Anderson with Graves. Pass to Graves. There's number 50. Adam Graves on the feed from Mark Messier, and you saw Mike Keenan hold the players back on the bench. No celebration allowed for the entire team. Adam Graves, a beautiful pass, and the Messier guarantee holds true.
You see the Rangers turn the puck up ice. Glenn Anderson to Messier. Graves will go to the net. This is a 23rd assist by a Messier on a Graves goal on the season of the 50. 50 goals for Adam Graves. His first was scored against Alan Bessner of the Toronto Maple Leafs in Toronto with his parents watching. His parents will be home watching on the satellite dish. Congratulations to everybody. Mark Messier assists now on 23 of the 50 goals.
Adam Graves, the second Ranger to ever score 50 goals in a season. He has tied Vic Hadfield, a record that stood for 22 years. Adam Graves has tied it. And Adam Graves is also tied for second in the NHL in goals scored. The leader is Sergei Fedorov with 51. Adam Graves has tied Cam Neely, and Cam Neely is out for the remainder of the season. What a year for Adam Graves, 50 goals.
You know, Todd Marchand looked like he was going to break right through the middle of the Ranger defense, and he lost control of the puck. That trapped all the Oilers up ice. Quickly, the Rangers headed back the other way, and it's amazing. Messier said it to us, I guarantee you he will get number 50 tonight. Congratulations to Adam Graves. All of his greatness, all of his hard work, all of his charity work. When you score something like 50 goals in a season, it's just marvelous.
Marchand with a steal on the shot that's stopped by Richter. Buchberger is being held by Karpovtsev. Thornton against Jay Wells. Got Thornton number 17, moves it. And Larmer comes back to get it. So the Rangers get the lead. Is this a combination we may be hearing a lot of, John? Graves from Messier and Anderson.
Well, Rangers are hoping so, and Ranger fans certainly should be hoping so. Anderson has scored more game-winning goals in the National Hockey League than any other player, including Gretzky.
A great night for Adam Graves. He returns to Edmonton, where he helped win a Stanley Cup, and he scores his 50th goal of the season. It came at 14:32 of the first period. Messier and Anderson assisting. And the Rangers have a 1-0 lead with 4.5 minutes to go in the first. Koser centers, deflected wide by McTavish. Battle for the puck. Kyprios goes after it against Dano Seeger. McTavish in the corner. Works it up the boards for Kevin Lowe, pokes at it. Seeger is there for Edmonton. Kiprios works it around the boards. Ranford out to play the puck. Knocked down. Nice play by Koser. He's bumped in the corner. McTavish looking for the puck. Olafson moves it around the board. Good hit by Lowe on Seeger. Puck kept in by the Rangers, taken back by Seeger. Behind the plate, Koser going at it with Mike Stapleton. And with Frederick Olafson. 2 Oilers, 1 Ranger. Play continues down the other end. Puck behind the Rangers' net. Cleared aside by Zubov. Koser bumps Stapleton, who gives it up to Kevin Lowe. Zubov gets to the puck. Brent Greaves forces him back.
Clarify what I said earlier. Adam Graves scored his first ever NHL goal in Toronto against Alan Bester of the Maple Leafs. He remembered it. He said Steve Yzerman made the great play on the play. Steve Yzerman with the assist. And on his 50th this season, he gets Mark Messier to assist on it. Those are great players. What a thrill it has to be.
Gilbert had it knocked away. Leach has the puck and a lead for Tikkanen moving in. Tikkanen waiting for help. Gave it away. Bukaboom, a good play to keep it in the zone. Arnott against Bukaboom in the corner. Brian Noonan works it loose. Noonan checked by Mironov. Bukaboom. Nice pass to himself. Long shot. Tipped wide by Mironov. Played off the boards by Maltby out of the zone. Rangers a 1-0 lead. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Luke Richardson swings it around the boards for Kirk Maltby. He's bumped there. Luke Richardson with a check in the corner. Graves after the puck. Maltby moves it around the boards. Karpovtsev there to play it. Toward the net. Blocked in front. Graves turns. He scores! Adam Graves! Now the celebration begins. 51 goals for Adam Graves. A Rangers record. And the Rangers come off the bench to congratulate the all-time single-season scoring leader for the New York Rangers, Adam Graves, with his 51st of the season.
And this was an Adam Graves goal. Even Mike Richter skating down to congratulate the great winger, the much appreciated, talented, gutsy, good-hearted winger of the Rangers. Karpovtsev kept the puck in. The Rangers battled along the boards, controlled the puck. The puck went back to the defense. Karpovtsev put the puck towards the goal, and Graves fought away from the Oiler players to get in front, kick the puck ahead. Here's Karpovtsev. There's the puck. Look at Graves fight, kick it away, jam it in on the way down. He has scored twice. The greatness continues of Adam Graves.
What a story. Now here is the goal by Vic Hadfield in 1972 against the Montreal Canadiens. This was his 50th goal of the season. Number 11, Vic Hadfield. And that record stood up for 22 years. It is broken tonight by Adam Graves with 2 goals, giving him 51 on the season. And Adam Graves is now tied for the NHL lead in goals with Sergei Fedorov. What a story Adam Graves has become in New York. What a player. Graves, his 2nd of the game, 51st of the season from Tikkanen. That's got to be a mistake. That's got to be Karpovtsev.
Tikkanen should have an assist too, and Karpovtsev should get the other. Karpovtsev put the puck on goal to allow Graves to get in front, to battle and find the rebound, which he's so good at. He's worked so hard to learn what to do and how to get them, and he's just rolling for this hockey club.
So the ex-Oilers have 5 points already. Good start for the Rangers. Adam Graves with the record. 17:26 is the time of his 2nd goal, his 51st of the season. 2-0 Rangers. Icing is called with 2:03 to go in the first period. Well, the Messier guarantee holds true. He said it.
Yes, he did. You know, Graves is such a good guy. He found a credit card yesterday that he could have taken. He'd gone out, bought dinner for the whole team.
Yeah,
instead, he returned it.
He's a great guy. Whose card was it?
Some careless individual left it at the hotel desk in the hotel in Calgary. Can you imagine?
You know, and I'll tell you, that individual found out how it happened. the girl behind the desk, I think, kept it in the machine.
Oh, Mr. Rosen had said on the credit card.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, but Adam, give it back to him after we go out and have a nice time.
I thanked him today. He said, I'm thinking of using it a little bit, but I got to tell him there's not much credit left on it on this road trip. Centering pass from Kovalov went all the way through, and Wade out with the puck. 1:35 to go, first period. 2-0 Rangers, 2 goals for Adam Graves, 50 and 51. Good hit by Matteau in the corner. Fans wanted to A penalty called on the hit on Dean McCammon by Matteau. Rangers have the puck. Zubov avoids the check of Scott Pearson. Forced back by McCammon.
You know, we should clarify too, Sam. The NHL said when he scores his 50th, the players cannot leave the bench. If they do, it will be a penalty against the team for delay of game. However, they did give the Rangers permission to leave the bench once the record for the Rangers was broken at 51, and the Rangers did just that. It was a slow departure for most players, and they didn't quite know what to do after Keenan had kept them on the bench for number 50.
And maybe they weren't sure. I guess they had to be sure, but maybe they hesitated at first, but then once they knew it was Graves' goal and they saw the celebration, they left the bench.
If Wayne Gretzky does not score tonight at home against Vancouver to break the Gordie Howe record, they come into Edmonton next. Would that be rubbing it in here in Edmonton or what, if he happens to score the big one?
Jason Arnott, the outstanding rookie of the Edmonton Oilers, will join us live in the studio following the first period. Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk with an update. JD and I will have first period highlights, and we hope you'll stay with us. Rangers leading 2-0 on an Adam Graves night. A record night for him, and a special night for the former Oilers returning to Edmonton.
To say that what kind of guy is Wayne Gretzky? He's using a different stick every shift in the game against Vancouver tonight. That'll be around 25 of them. If he does break the record of Gordie Howe, those sticks will be given to charity.
And what kind of guy is Gretzky as well, John? He's donating 802 pairs of shoes to underprivileged kids in Los Angeles.
Been the best of all time.
Tikkanen. Gilbert's in front. Tikkanen trying to work his way there. Marchand, good job staying with Tikkanen. Todd Marchand in his second NHL game. His first was as a New York Ranger Friday night. And now here in Edmonton, trying to stay with Esa Tikkanen. Nice move by Noonan. Tees it up, and a save at the horn. But the Rangers, on 2 goals by Adam Graves, make it an historic night already. Mike Richter faced only 5 shots in the first period. Bill Ranford faced 8. But a great pass from Messier to Graves for number 50, and more congratulations. Glenn Sather and his team head for the locker room, acknowledging the youngsters who go skate on the ice between periods. But right now, the Rangers have a 2-0 lead on the Oilers, end of 1. We are joined by one of the outstanding rookies in the National Hockey League this season, Jason Arnott. Jason, tell us what kind of season it's been for you. I know it's been a tough one for the Oilers. Tell us about your year.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun playing with guys like Shane Corson and Dougie Wade and Craig McTavish, who left us. It's been a lot of fun, and they've treated me really well. And you just go out there, and that's what it's all about, is having fun.
Jason, in talking to your coaches today, they were telling us that early in the season, as a young player in the league, you were somewhat in awe of the league, but you've developed throughout the season. Now that you've gotten around the horn once or twice, now you're going out and establishing yourself and playing a gritty game. Do you feel much more comfortable?
Oh yeah, it took a while for me to get comfortable to the league. Playing guys like Wayne Gretzky and Ray Bourque and Mark Messier and guys like that, I was a bit in awe. And but the coaching staff and the players on my team and the veterans and that helped me out a great deal, and I pulled through it. And right now, I feel a little better, comfortable, and going out there and having a lot of fun.
With the turnover that's occurred here in Edmonton, Jason, do you get the feeling that a lot of the burden will be on your shoulders in the years to come to try and help rebuild this franchise?
Yeah, I think so. I had a lot of pressure in Oshawa due to the fact Eric Lindros was there. The fans were great in Oshawa, and the fans are great here, and they supported me throughout the season. I can't complain about the guys on the team. They've been tremendously, the character boost on our team is just outstanding, and hopefully it carries on next year, and we get a new couple of recruiters and to help us out down the road.
You've had a great year, obviously, Jason, and they've even made you an assistant captain, which has to be a very good feeling for you. When you go home at the end of the season, what will you think about improving on for next year?
Pretty much everything. The defensive end of the game is probably the most important to me. I think you win hockey games playing in your own zone, and the offense will take care of itself. Just the little things, skating-wise, taking off stride, quick release, just little things like that, and try to think positive during the summer and come back next year stronger.
Jason, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on a fine season, and good luck all the way.
Thank you very much.
Jason Arnott coming up next. Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk. Graves at 14:32, and then at 17:26. Assists, Messier, Anderson, Tikkanen, Karpovtsev. Shots on goal, Rangers had 8, Oilers had 5, and the Rangers the only power play of the period. They are 0 for 1 on the power play, and Adam Graves now tied for the NHL lead in goals scored with 51, tied with Detroit's Sergei Fedorov. And congratulations to former Rangers around the league who are playing. Phil Bourque with a goal and an assist tonight in Ottawa. They're playing against Detroit. Mike Gartner has an assist against Florida. They're playing in Hamilton, a home game for the Florida Panthers, playing Toronto in Hamilton.
And in that 4-4 tie so far with Detroit and Ottawa, Fedorov has not scored a goal.
Tony Amonte scored a goal last night against Detroit.
Good to see people do well. When you make trades, they're always difficult to make. You try to improve your team as a team, not improve your team with talent per se. You need pieces of the puzzle to make your team more of a team, a more competitive team come playoff time, and that's why the Rangers made these deals. They traded away good people, and I'm sure they'll do well.
Mark Messier has his helmet in order. We're underway second period. Messier, Graves, and Anderson. Leach and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Bob Beers on defense, shot it in. Beers and Olsen, chance in front, save Richter to rob Scott Pearson. Great save by Richter. Beers to Pearson, save Richter. 2 beauties. Richter comes out sharp here in the second. Battle in the corner. Doug Wade is there, checked by Brian Leach. Now Pearson again, knocked away with a blocker by Richter. Anderson is tied up by Dean McCammon. Kicks it loose to Messier. Heads up play by Glenn Anderson. Messier moves down with Graves. Graves to the net. Offside whistle. Graves just went in half.
Well, the Rangers needed that. Fabulous goaltending by Mike Richter. Pearson had 2 or 3 chances at scoring. The first was off a play by Doug Waite off the backboards in behind Mike Richter. Put the puck in front. For some reason on this shift, Thornton's left wide open for the whole shift. There's the pass. And there's the save on a quick shot, a quick release by Thornton. Now here's Kravchuk hitting the man in front. Another good save by Mike Richter. As Pearson, not Thornton, pardon me, Pearson, number 33, with all those scoring chances. Good pass by Doug Waite, great save by Richter, and it keeps the Rangers ahead early in the second period.
False start on the face-off. And there is Todd Marchand, Buffalo, New York native. His second NHL game. Mike Richter, sharp, about 27 shots last night and got no decision as Glenn Healy came in during all the maneuvering for time late in the game by Mike Keenan, and Glenn Healy got credit for the tie. Adam Bennett, number 35, with Igor Kravchuk, number 21, both former Chicago Blackhawks. Fired around the boards. Zubov lets Lowe play the puck. Larmer tips it. Kovalov picks it up. Kovalov moves in against Scott Thornton. Spinorama. Thornton stays with him. And Bennett plays it for Edmonton. Zubov winds up, his shot blocked by Marchand. Stefan Matteau checked by Adam Bennett. Kovalov behind the net, trying to come out in front. Looks for Larmer. Waits. Pass to the point man. Matteau with a drive. Save Ranford. Good shot by Matteau. Kovalov across to Zubov. Zubov leads low down the slot. Pass to Kovalov. He's in. And a save by Ranford. Beautiful play by Bill Ranford. Some great passing by the Rangers.
Kovalov in particular. Once Kovalov passed the puck from behind the net back to the right point, and Matteau was there in the position because Zubov had moved in. And then again, Kovalov made a fine pass in the offensive zone and led to another shot as he got the puck back. Here you see the Rangers on the puck in the offensive zone. Puck moved across. Kevin Lowe, and he finds Kovalov. Now it's one-on-one. He tried to put the puck through the legs, and Billy Ranford covered up. Again, Kevin Lowe and Zubov, the 2 defensemen, team up deep in the offensive zone, but it works. Nice save. Quick hands by Kovalov.
18:15 remaining in the second. Jay Wells was knocked down hard by Kirk Maltby. Maltby is a big hitter. Maltby with the puck. Now Jason Arnott back for Maltby, offside. McCammon the head of the play for Edmonton, and play stops. Edmonton Edmonton Oilers with only 20 wins on the season. There's Kirk Maltby, had a superb game in New York, and they really like this young man. He is coming back from an injury.
Fractured ankle. He blocked the shot from Rob Blake of the Kings in Los Angeles. He's now wearing ankle guards, and he may be the only forward in the league wearing ankle guards. The players are getting on his case, but Glenn Sather, the coach, is making him wear them for protection. He hates it because the other players jump on him and ask him what he's wearing. It's driving him nuts. But Flat is the boss.
And the boss says wear them and don't get hurt again. I need you in the lineup. Penalty is upcoming on the Rangers, and now we got something going. Wells was involved.
Yes, he was involved.
With Maltby.
Right, and then Arnott came across because Wells was aggressive with a hit. I think Jay Wells would be the only player getting the penalty.
Things settled down. Wells took exception to Maltby's hard hit earlier, just a minute or so ago.
I'm of the opinion the 1-1 game in New York earlier in the season between these two teams, as we take a look at the pushing and shoving after they hit. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a little jab by Jay Wells. See the play along the boards. Wells moves in, shoves from behind, and then he shoves back. But Sam, the Oilers played a very physical game against the Rangers in New York in that 1-1 tie. They look like a very big team. Well, here in this game to this point, the Rangers seem to be playing bigger than Edmonton. In other words, with the deals that they've made, they've become a more aggressive team. When you get on the road against big teams, it makes a big difference. And it showed here with everyone sticking up for one another, with Matteau taking the body like he has, seeing Brian Noonan do well against the board. Even Esa Tikkanen playing the body more than what he's shown earlier in the season.
Oilers' first power play. They are 12th in the league. Bukaboom with a good hit and a takeaway. Around the boards, Boris Mironov is there. Mironov in his 4th game with the Edmonton Oilers. Turning is Stapleton. His pass blocked by Graves. Can't clear. Mironov's got it. Shot tipped wide. Jason Arnott has it. Now Mike Stapleton sets up Mironov. Shot it wide. Stapleton had been the point man on the Pittsburgh power play a lot this season. Stapleton in the corner. Checked by Bukaboom. Stapleton, Seager, Arnott, Kravchuk, and Mironov. Messier and Graves, Leach and Bukaboom. Messier kills time. Back to Leach. All the way down it goes.
This Edmonton power play a couple of months ago was ranked number 21. Well, they've really improved themselves. In fact, when they played the Rangers in December, they were ranked 19th. Make that 22nd, 22nd, and now 12th, as you mentioned. That's a huge improvement.
Kravchuk gave the puck up. Well, a lot has to do, I think, with the addition of Frederick Olofsson, who's a good offensive defenseman. Igor Kravchuk has been good at the points, and of course, they've gotten good play from Jason Arnott up front. 45 seconds to go on the penalty to Jay Wells. Wells went off for roughing at 2:09. Arnott checked along the boards by Lowe. Tikkanen is on with Matteau for the Rangers. Bob Beers is at the right point. That's another good point man for the Oilers. The puck sliding down, and Olofsson goes together.
You see people like Noonan, Matteau, and even Glenn Anderson killing penalties. You're adding some size to that unit too. And when you have the loose puck battles, while you're killing a penalty, if it's along the boards or whatever, you come up with a puck more often than not. See it right there.
And a takeaway. And here comes Anderson. Beers getting back. Anderson breaking in, lost control. Beers takes him to the boards with a good hit. Dean McCammon moves the puck. And Jay Wells comes out of the penalty box. Team's back at full strength. Kovalov to the puck. 2-on-1 with Anderson. Kovalov to Anderson, and it was broken up by Mironov in front.
And Kovalov should have shot. Too unselfish. Kovalov's playing well.
Doug Waite's pass off the skate of Bukaboom. Back the other way. Kovalov. Leach trailing him. Drop pass to Leach. Back to Kovalov. He's in. He scores.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You want to talk about quick hands. The way he took the pass and put the puck up top was just in a flash. The Rangers had a 2-on-1 because of Kovalov, but he made the extra pass. Now they have a 4-on-2, and Kovalov's on the puck with Leach. Watch, they isolate the defenseman. Quick hands. Oh, baby. And maybe this time Ranford was thinking pass again from Kovalov because he did it the time before. Got the puck. He's deep and right up top. Oh, man, what a great play by Kovalov. Now, here's where he didn't shoot. He tried to make the extra play, be unselfish, and it didn't work. Kovalov had a great shift and has had a great game.
You know that was a terrific goal. That was 3-0 babies. I mean, that you know
well,
it.
I just love to see skilled players do things so well. Kovalov is becoming a terrific hockey player.
And John, he really seems to feel comfortable playing center.
He loves center ice, and a lot of times, as we said last night, Mike Keenan will put Larmer on the ice with him because Larmer is so smart defensively. He can make up for the inexperience of Kovalov at that position in the Rangers zone.
Rangers have a 3-0 lead, and the whistle, and gloves dropped. Here comes Buchberger and Koser. Buchberger wound up with the big haymaker.
Koser going to try and fight right-handed or left-handed, Sam? That's the question. Left-handed so far.
Now turning right. Not much thrown by Koser here. Can't get his right arm free. There he did.
He is one strong, tough guy when that right hand is loose.
Buchberger and Koser will head for the penalty boxes after the scrap at 4:58 of the second period, and the Rangers holding a 3-0 lead. Koser and Buchberger, 5 minutes each for fighting. Time for our Coke Classic play, and this is a classic. You know JD is an outdoorsman. Can you find JD in this picture? Is it second from the left? There he is. And who's the man on the left? Glenn Flat Sather.
Yeah, that's Lou Nanny over on the right. Oh, man, that's a lot of years ago. What a trip that was.
The Wild Wild West.
That's it. We used to go on some of those fishing trips by horse. You know, there's no roads back there, Sam. To go through the rivers, you had to take the horse and swim through the river. I had a big horse, by the way. Oh, we had fun in those days. Let's say they're real good outdoorsmen.
Messier moving. Anderson trailing. Messier checked by Richardson. And Anderson went into the net and dislodged it. He's sitting in the net.
Got tied up with Maltby.
Getting
yes,
up.
He is. He's down. He really crashed in an awkward way, and Maltby lost his stick on the play. He's getting up slowly. I think he wears a brace on his left leg from a previous knee injury. Seems to be okay. He played a lot last night.
Oh, did he?
Somewhere around 25 minutes in the game, 24 minutes. And that's, he said to you, I think it was,
right.
That's the most ice time he had in 3 years.
That's right.
So here he's going back to back. He says, somewhere along the line here, it might catch up to me, but he says, feel good, real good.
Teams are at even strength, full strength on the ice. Koser and Buchberger sitting out the fighting majors. Rangers leading 3-0. The third goal, Kovalov is 16th from Leach and Bukaboom at 4:28. And Alexei Kovalov has really come alive these last couple of weeks. Messier tipped away, given away, saved by Richter, a beauty, and he covers up. Off the giveaway, Mike Richter is there with an outstanding save. Richter has been especially sharp here in the second.
Seems like the Oilers' scoring chances have been good ones. They never really had a good one in the first period at all with their 5 shots. But here in the second, they're getting good ones. People are left open. Messier gave the puck away. There's a backhand shot. Richter trapped underneath his left pad. There'll be a penalty upcoming to Richardson now of the Oilers. He got aggressive in the Rangers zone. So the Rangers have the power play and a 3-0 lead going into it.
Brent Grieve was the man that Richter robbed with a great save. Grieve has been a hot scorer on the road trip, the 3-game road trip. He had 4 goals for the Oilers. There's Luke Richardson in the penalty box.
Grieve has had 10 goals, 15 points in only 19 games. This is 20th as an Oiler. That's good stuff. A lot of those were on the road, as you mentioned.
One-time Islander property and getting a chance with the Oilers. Glenn Sather would like to see a similar situation here in Edmonton as has happened in Calgary, where the city approving a renovation project. He feels that this building here needs to be renovated and boxes need to be added, better seating, and
it does
for the future of this franchise and the team.
This building's 20 years old, which is not old, but it needs to be updated. Let's hope they can find a way, the citizens of Edmonton, find a way to keep their team right here in the city.
Power play Rangers, they're second of the game. They're 0 for 1. That's Larmer chasing Bob Beers. They both go down. Matteau up the boards to Zubov. Zubov and Leach with Kovalov, Larmer, and Matteau for the power play. Olofsson kicked it clear. Maltby and Arnott, Olofsson and Beers for Edmonton. Leach carrying the puck. Leach waits for a trailer. It's Kovalov down the slot. He's in, and a save by Ranford. Leach trying to control the rebound, but the whistle stopped play.
Danny Morrell thought that Ranford had the puck snared and kept in his glove. Instead, when Ranford made the save off Kovalov up high to the glove hand side, the catching side, the glove made the save, but the puck squirted out. Kovalov is just flying here in the second period. I don't know what it is. Look at that. Great save by Ranford, but he didn't have the puck. It got away. Leach with a pass across. Kovalov handled the hard pass sidestepped everybody, made his way in front, got robbed. He has been just terrific, and folks, we're seeing at center ice Kovalov evolve as a star. I mean, he is really getting it done. He's keeping his act clean regarding his stick, and his talents are coming to the forefront.
He plays like this every night, John.
Oh,
we're going to see some eyes opening around the league. Kovalov with the puck along the board. Sets up Zubov for the shot, blocked in front by Beers, and cleared to the line by Arnott. Zubov kept it in. Kovalov holding, looking, sets up Zubov. Down low, Leach, tipped away from him, chopped at, but Leach moved it past Beers to Larmer behind the net. Ranford was trapped outside momentarily. Kovalov along the boards, 55 seconds to go in the power play. Zubov one-times it. Saved by Ranford. It may have got hurt on the play. He's shaking up. His stick is down. Ranford looks like his right arm is hurt.
Left arm, I think, Sam. Or maybe, yeah, well, I'm not sure. He made a great save as he put his right leg out through all kinds of traffic, and something happened. He is hurting, and he wants right off the ice. And you're right, it's his right arm, it's his right hand, I think, inside his stick glove. And he knows there's a bad problem. He's right off to the bench, and he'll go right to the locker room. Oh, goodness.
One of the greats in the NHL, and Ranford is hurt and heading right to the locker room. It means rookie Fred Braithwaite will come in for the Oilers.
Here's a shot. There's all kinds of traffic. His right leg comes out, makes a great save. Now, what happened in front, I have absolutely no idea. Matteau's there. Matteau was there, and somebody else from the Oilers was there, and then Billy Ranford just darted right out. Denny Morell's at the Edmonton bench. He doesn't know what happened. It did not look like a stick came down on him from what I could see.
Maybe the shot just caught him. And
no, I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought the right leg somehow got out to make the save.
One of the game is Fred Braithwaite for his 11th appearance of the season. His last game was in Florida last week. Played a 4-4 tie against the Florida Panthers. And Braithwaite, actually a big surprise for the Oilers, came out of nowhere to earn a spot with the team and has been the backup goaltender to Ranford all season long. Of course, he doesn't play all that much, but certainly he's been the man behind.
What happened here? He made the save with his right leg. He tried to get through and around Matteau and Beers. And I don't know if his right arm got caught up, but something happened there. And it's just, I thought it was maybe a right hand injury of some sort.
40 seconds to go on the power play. Zubov to Leach. Matteau back to Leach. Takes the long shot. Save Braithwaite. Matteau for the rebound. Couldn't control it. It's cleared aside. Larmer's got it. The cheers for Fred Braithwaite.
He's a real stand-up goaltender.
Kovalov holding. Doug Waite is there. Tips it. And it's cleared out by Scott Thornton. Race for the puck. Zubov gets back for it. Kovalov trips up. Waite, prompting the boos from the crowd as no call was made. 10 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Kovalov moving in. 12:20 to go in the second. 3-0 Rangers. Pass to Leach in front. Save Braithwaite. Oh, great one. Behind the net, Larmer keeps it full strength. Pass blocked by Kravchuk. Now the action is picked up. Messier's got it. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play. Almost intercepted by Thornton. You joined us late. Adam Graves has scored 2 goals, 50 and 51, to become the Rangers' all-time single-season leader. Doug Waite is robbed by Mike Richter. A toe save, a skate save, a blade save by Mike Richter. It was a beauty to stop Doug Waite. Rangers still lead 3-0. Fred Braithwaite has not won in the NHL. He got his first point with a tie last week, and he stands up to Brian Leach right here.
Yeah, he robs Leach with a left skate, left toe, absolutely robs him. And then Doug Waite was robbed at the other end on a good pass where Zubov quit skating on the play, and Waite kept skating, and that's been the market improvement in Doug Waite's game. His legs have been moving all season long. It's made him a better player.
Zubov might have been tired.
I think so, absolutely right. He relaxed for just a minute. All of a sudden it was a great pass, and then he couldn't catch Doug Waite. So that again, Mike Richter comes off with a wonderful save. Again, Edmonton, I'm sorry, Stan, Rangers about shot Edmonton 15-9 in the game. However, Edmonton's scoring chances in the second period, they've only had 4 shots. I think all 4 of them have been great shots.
Kirk Maltby moves in, tried to beat Jay Wells on the play. Good play by Karpovtsev on Dean McCammon. Down Maltby, save! Another save by Richter. 2 great ones again.
I think there was 3.
Yeah?
I think Maltby even got a 3rd shot. The Rangers are getting careless with the puck on their passes. They're trying to make passes that are way too long across the ice, And the Oilers are taking them and creating turnovers.
Icing was waved off. McCammon has it. Gilbert had a big hit on Maltby along the boards in front of the bench, and they score on the long shot by Dean McCammon. So after all those great saves, it's a long shot that beats Mike Richter and puts Edmonton on the board.
Goal number 6 for McCammon on the season. He's been a good plus player at even strength, and you just see a surprising quick snapshot trying to use the D, the defense, as a screen. McCammon gains his own, and he just had to surprise Mike Richter, who had just made 3 great saves in a row on the last flurry after the great save on Doug Waite, and I think he must have just simply gotten surprised on it.
The lead cuts at 3-1 as Brian Noonan moves in toward the net. Out in front, Braithwaite to save, and Noonan gets hammered by Mironov, knocking the net off, and the whistle stops play. Braithwaite hanging in there well.
He sure is. The Rangers really tearing Edmonton apart. Their chances, too, have been good scoring chances here, and every time they seem to get a chance, it's a good one. And Braithwaite tried to outweight Brian Noonan. Noonan moves in. He's a very smart player, and it's amazing how many people tell you about his good hands. And there he tried to sneak around the goaltender, who really held his post with his right leg, and then Mironov drove the Rangers Noonan into the net. Sam, this morning again, talked to players from the other team. This is Edmonton, and they're all talked about Noonan and how good his hands are. Now, Keenan told us that Brian Noonan, is a poor man's Rick Middleton. He can sort of slink in and out, snake his way along the board. And we're seeing some things. He's not a Rick Middleton by any means, but he certainly is showing that he has better hands than many of us thought he had.
Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Behind the play, the late penalty. Mironov lost it. Zeker has it, passed across. This is Brent Grieve taking the shot, blocked by Noonan. The whistle stops play, and a power play coming up for Edmonton. Midway point, second period, 10:01 to go. The Rangers will be shorthanded when we come back. Remember, when you're having good times with friends, use good sense and drink responsibly. Please know when to say when. Reminder from Budweiser. Brian Noonan called for tripping at 9:59. Oilers' second power play, they're 0 for 1, did not get a shot on goal on the first one. Rangers, despite the 3-goal lead, relaxing a little bit. Now it's down to 2, and the Oilers on a power play. It's a 3-1 game. Leach has it and clears. Oilers have Mironov and Kravchuk playing the point. Up front, they have Steno Seeger with Brent Grieve and Jason Arnott. Messier, nice takeaway. Messier with Graves, Leach, and Bukaboom for the Rangers.
This morning, watching Edmonton practice their power play, they like to put some of the big players right in front of the goaltender, use point shots, low shots, and really try to tip and screen the puck in by the goaltender.
Bukaboom made a good play at his line to break up the first rush. Here come the Oilers again. Seeger moves in on Bukaboom. Seeger with a pass, gave it away to Messier. Messier forced back by Brent Grieve. Found Bukaboom. Bukaboom carries and just dumps it into the Oilers zone. Igor Kravchuk. Rangers send out Tikkanen and Larmer, Zubov and Lowe. Zubov stops Brent Grieve. Larmer has the puck, takes a hit. Puck into the Rangers zone. Richter waits for it. 55 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. 8:50 to go in the second. Rangers leading 3-1. 2 goals for Adam Graves and 1 for Alexei Kovalov. Doug Waite with the puck, moving in. Slowed down by Tikkanen. Now it's Scott Pearson wide with the shot. Taken back by Lowe. Boy, Pearson's had some good chances. Lowe checked by Stapleton, gave it up. Saved by Richter on Pearson again.
Pearson showed some toughness, too.
Doug Waite's got it.
His size in front, he can get rid of defensemen to find the puck.
Tipped by Larmer out of the zone, and Olofsson has to go back for it. Tikkanen chases him and poked it back. 15 seconds to go in the Oilers' power play. Richter has made some spectacular saves in close. Leach stops it and heads the other way. Plays it into the corner, and back comes Brian Noonan. Team's at full strength. Oilers are 0 for 2 on the power play. Rangers maintain a 3-1 lead. 7:55 to go in the second. Doug Waite for Mike Stapleton. Hit by Bukaboom. Leach goes for the puck. Pearson on him. McTavish Can't play it. Pearson and Bukaboom. And now Stapleton takes over. Stapleton, who started with the Chicago Blackhawks, good friends with Brian Noonan. They were talking prior to the game. Noonan with the puck. McTavish to the net. Noonan on the backhand, looks around, plays it down the boards. McTavish goes for it against Adam Bennett. Now Noonan again for McTavish. McTavish checked by Bennett, looking for a man in front. Braithwaite comes out to play the puck and fires it around the glass. Karpovtsev gets to it to keep it in toward the net, blocked in front by Kravchuk. Doug Waite. Now Kravchuk clears the zone. 7 minutes to go in the second. Rangers leading 3-1. Jay Wells stopped by Brent Grieve, rather by Dean McCammon. Wells in the corner against Kelly Buchberger. Marchand looking for the puck. Gilbert plays it behind his own net. Karpovtsev without a stick, lost it. Marchand's pass blocked by Kovalov. Around the near side up the board, stopped by Kelly Buchberger. Wells poking at it. Gilbert able to clear it out to Larmer. Kovalov joins him. Larmer moves in on Kravchuk. Kovalov was tied up with Dean McCammon. Pass intended for Lowe.
Kovalov is strong. McCammon tried to hold up Kovalov. Kovalov took his right arm and just threw him aside. He is a strong kid. I think people in the league underestimate how strong Kovalov is.
Larmer doing a good job to knock it away from Marchand. Richardson passed out. Here comes Marchand. Lowe is back. Marchand's a shot. Saved by Richter. Marchand hit by Lowe. Buchberger back pass for Mironov. Kept in the zone. McCammon for Buchberger. Save made by Richter. They've hit him in the mask. Here's Mironov from the point. Long drive. Saved by Richter. Rebound for McCammon. Broken up by Larmer.
Oilers getting to the loose pucks now in the Rangers zone.
Kovalov cuts in on Luke Richardson. The pass intended for Matteau went through, and Boris Mironov takes it out. 5:35 to go in the second. 3-1. Rangers leading it. Zubov takes the puck. And fans applaud the effort of the Edmonton Oilers. Brent Grieve lost control. Kevin Lowe tried to get it to Messier. Taken by Arnott. High shot wide. Messier's got it. Swings it around near side. Olofsson comes in to get it. Back behind the net, Grieve for Jason Arnott. Side of the net, Richter poking at it. Kirk Maltby's got it. Maltby drops it off for Olofsson. Penalty coming up on the Rangers.
This is a terrible call. Kevin Lowe went to get around Arnott. He had one hand on his stick, lifted his stick up, and Arnott took the stick across the side of the face. I think Kevin Lowe's going to get a penalty. He's got on the bench. He has no idea he's getting it.
Penalty coming up for the Rangers.
This is ridiculous.
Sergei Zubov winds up in the penalty box.
It just tells you right out that Denny Morel never saw the play. He did not see the play. Kevin Lowe was the guy that was skating and tried to get around Arnott. This is Graves. Excuse me, that's Graves scoring one of his 2 goals. As Arnott's being attended to, he got the stick on the right side of his face. He went to get around Lowe, and Lowe went to get around Arnott, and Lowe had one arm on his stick, Sam. He just tried to get around him, and Arnott skated into the stick. There was no intent, no anything. Complete accident, and Zubov's in the penalty box. Denny Morel never saw the play. He reacted to Arnott going down and the fans cheering or booing or wanting a penalty.
So he called what he heard, right?
He called what he heard. He thought he saw and didn't see. Period.
Third power play for the Oilers. Turning is Dano Seeger. Shot blocked by Bukaboom. Waite and Bukaboom. Waite tried to draw a penalty. Back pass. Shot by Beers. Was knocked down in front. Saved by Richter. Again he robs Scott Pearson. Pearson has had about 5 shots from 3 feet in front of the net. And Richter has stopped them all. Minute 10 to go on the power play.
Well, Freddie in goal, too. He's made a couple of good saves and just passed the puck up ice. Mike Richter's been splendid, simply splendid here, and Edmonton's now out shooting the Rangers. They've outshot the Rangers 9-1 in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
The penalty was Zubov for high sticking at 15 minutes. Kravchuk pass across for Doug Waite. Waite moves in. Jay Wells is there. Waite back pass. Shot wide. Mironov with a big drive. Puck up in the air, knocked down by Brian Noonan. Dean McCammon takes it back. 35 seconds to go on the power play for the Oilers. Here comes McCammon. Karpovtsev is there. Buchberger to the net. Buchberger around behind the net, plays it into the corner. Karpovtsev with a hit. Back to Kravchuk. Off the board comes McCammon. Corner, Bookberger. Kravchuk off his stick out of the zone. Back to Bookberger. Knocked away by Noonan. In comes Marchand. He's tied up with Noonan. Marchand still with it. Nice pass to McCammon. Saved by Richter. Clears it aside nicely to the boards. Out comes Noonan. Out of the box comes Zubov. Rangers move across. Zubov looking to the net. Larmer. Shot. Went wide. Kept in by the Rangers. Larmer, feet in front for Matteau, was broken up by Kravchuk. 2:45 to go in the second. Rangers leading 3-1. Marchand took a hit along the boards. Into the corner, Matteau, bumping with Maltby. Nice play to get it to Glenn Anderson. Kravchuk sends it around the boards, off the stick of Bukaboom and out of the zone.
Still no word on the injury to Billy Ranford. We've been told that the doctors are looking at his hand. That's all we know. His right hand, I believe.
Anderson, nice takeaway. Good pass to Kovalov. Pass to Leach coming down. Leach shoots, save. Braithwaite, he challenged nicely.
Now, I don't know if I've seen Kovalov as a Ranger be so successful in one period. He has made a series of brilliant plays here in this period.
On the boards, Kyprios takes a hit from Maltby. Leach gets to the puck. Slowed down by Bob Beers, taken down by Beers to the puck. Kyprios now, Anderson's pass blocked. Still loose in front, taken by Maltby. Back the other way come the Oilers. Frederick Olofsson, 1:40 to go in the second. Olofsson stopped by Zubov, who clears the zone. Brent Grieve takes over. Bob Beers, and now Brent Grieve. Zubov with Jason Arnott, and Kovalov has the puck. Up the middle to Joey Kocur. Kocur moves across against Olofsson to the net. Gilbert. Kocur around the net. Wrap-around try hits the side of the net and is on the net. The whistle stops play. Once again, Braithwaite, good job. Very active in the crease.
Been aggressive. That time he used a stick and a sweeping motion to stop the wrap-around try. Kocur made a nice play taking the pass at center ice off his skate blade. And then he showed some speed to the outside. And you see, now watch Braithwaite, the goaltender. Watch his goal stick. As he moves across, he'll sweep it. There. And there's no way Kocur could get in front. He was also checked by the defender. And Braithwaite's been good. Stopping the puck, moving the puck. He was very sharp. And the people enjoy him. I saw him play the Memorial Cup, emblematic of Canadian Junior Championships. He played extremely well. And he looks very calm here, coming in after the injury to Bill Ranford. Shots now are 19-17 overall. In favor of Edmonton with 1:16 to go in the second period.
It was 8-5 in the first period for the Rangers. Well, there's 14 shots here in the second, but each team with a goal, and the Rangers maintain a 2-goal lead that they had at the end of the first. Adam Graves with 2 goals in the first period. Savage won the faceoff. Wells' shot was tipped wide. Pearson able to clear the zone, wait for the puck. Wells on him. Wait looking for help. Comes through. Adam Bennett turns. Saved by Richter. He covers the rebound and gets the whistle.
Pretty good hustle. Doug Waite lost the draw to Craig McTavish. He tried to get out to block the shot from the blue line, and he got twisted around, yet he got a stick on the puck. That made the shot go wide, Sam, and then Edmonton came out of the zone, and Waite did some good work over on the boards to set up the pass back for the scoring chance. Now watch the face-off. No, actually, it's not Waite. He's up on the hash mark. McTavish wins it clean. Here comes Waite. Now watch him get twisted around, yet he gets a stick there. His back was actually facing the shooter. He got a stick out, and the Oilers moved up ice, and there's Doug Waite. On the puck, still made a good play for the team to get the shot.
Karpovtsev looks for the puck, has control now. Scott Pearson after him. Lots him a couple of times with a stick. Turnover. And then McTavish intercepts and sends it out to Brian Noonan. Broken up by Adam Bennett. Rangers have it back. Gilbert across the line. 30 seconds to go in the period. McTavish fakes. McTavish in against Kravchuk, who knocked it into the corner. McTavish has it back, up the boards for Brian Leach. Leach takes the shot, it's blocked. Doug Waite comes out with it. Waite with Seeger on the right, Pearson on the left. The shot goes wide. Around the boards for Pearson, bumps there with Kocur. McTavish looking for it, Kravchuk's got it, down low, Waite back for Kravchuk, comes through to Mironov, he shoots, and a save by Richter, he's got it. With 5.2 seconds to go in the period, Mike Richter continues to shine. I've
now got it at 12-2. the last 14 shots in favor, those 12 in favor of Edmonton. And many of them, again, good ones. McTavish tries to block this, and it just missed his head. There's Richter moving out. Richter has really had a splendid, strong period for the Rangers. He held them in.
Craig McTavish. Fortunately, it did miss his head because he needs to be in the studio. Thanks for the memories, Max T. 9 years in Edmonton. He'll be our guest. Bob Page at the MSG Sports Desk with an update. JD and I will look at second period highlights. Please stay with us.
Big draw, 5.2 seconds to go here.
In the corner, Mike Stapleton centers for Bookberger. He's tied up by Leach. Messier's got the puck. Siren sounds. Second period ends. And the Oilers playing strong in the second half of that second period.
So did Mike Richter, and the Rangers congratulate him as the Oilers continue to try to get their game in order. Mike Richter has kept this a 2-goal Ranger lead. The Oilers outplayed the Rangers the last 10 or 12 minutes.
Richter with 20 saves in the game. Mike Keenan heads for the locker room. His Rangers have a 3-1 lead. End of 2. It's been a night of return to Edmonton for several New York Rangers, including one of the newest, Craig McTavish. How's it been out there for you, Craig?
Oh, it's been fine. I think, like I was saying earlier to you, that the first game, I think, was the most difficult last night in Calgary in terms of, you know, coming into the dressing room. Obviously, I know a number of the players, but anytime you change rooms at this stage, especially the season and the career, it's a little hard, and it's going to take a little while to get used to it, but I feel a lot more comfortable tonight than I did last night.
Craig, you're the captain here with the Oilers. Tell us what the procedure was when you talked to Glenn Sather when he came up to you and asked you about being offered in a trade and you could have stayed. What made you want to move on?
Well, Glenn's always been very fair and forthright with me, and he approached me, I guess it was about a week and a half before the deadline, and gave me my choice whether I wanted to stay around Edmonton and a city and team where I've been very happy for 9 years, but or go to a team that was a legitimate Stanley Cup contender like the Rangers. And, I mean, at this stage of my career, opportunities are going to be few and far between, and you'd really be finished if you didn't relish taking a chance like this, and a great opportunity that's been given to me by Glenn Sather by sending me here to New York, where I really think we got a great chance.
What's it been like in the locker room? Seeing some old friends and reunited with them, and knowing that this team is a contender?
Well, I think just you can really feel it in the dressing room. Everybody's aware of what's at stake and the chance that we have, and the opportunities there for us. And it's just a great feeling in the locker room. Everybody's upbeat. It's good to see all my old friends and teammates, but also to make some new friends and meet some new teammates. So it's a very exciting time for me, and hopefully it'll be a very successful one for all of us again.
Well, Craig, welcome to the New York Rangers. It's great to have you, and I know back in Edmonton, here in Edmonton, the fans really appreciate all you did.
Well, they've been great to me over the 9 years, and certainly have nothing but great memories here.
We'll be back in just a moment. Alexei Kovalov with his 16th goal from Leach and Bukaboom at 4:28. Then Dean McCammon at 9:21 for Boris Mironov made it 3-1. Shots on goal, Oilers 16, Rangers 9, total 21-17 for the game. Oilers 0 for 2 on the power play, and I believe that is Stephanie.
Sabrina.
You think it's Sabrina?
Yes.
I'm told by
I know it's the Tikkanen.
The boys downstairs.
Oh, well, they should
that
know.
It's Stephanie Tikkanen, who is in attendance, watching Dad. And there comes Dad. Here he comes. Hi, Dad. There he goes. A little smile on his face. All right, get the game face on now.
Fake it there, Stick. Fake it, big boy.
All right.
A little camera shy, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh. She's got the Tikkanen sweater on. Underway, third period. Ryan Leach with the puck. Fires on goal off the stick of Braithwaite. Only word we have from the Oilers locker room is a bruised hand suffered by Bill Ranford. Braithwaite plays it off the boards, back to get it Zdeno Seeger. And it's lifted way up high into the air by Scott Pearson. And played by Seeger, coming in and shooting, saved by Richter. Long rebound, Graves after it, Wade after it, penalty Rangers.
Well, the Oilers start quickly again. Remember how quickly they started in the second period and Richter was there? They start the third period quickly as they trail by 2 at 3-1, and they draw a penalty. See the quickness of Seager through the neutral zone. He snapped the shot, and then went to the net. And knocked down, and in goes Glenn Anderson to the penalty box.
Anderson at 40 seconds of the third period. Oilers' third power play. They're 0 for 2. It's a 3-1 game. Glenn Anderson, who is closing in on the 500 goal mark, is something that if he re-signs with the Rangers, and that's something I think Neil Smith will think very seriously about doing for next season. He'll be heading for that 500 mark. He has 478 career goals. Along the boards, Zubov with a clear. Good play. Rangers have Tikkanen, Larmer, Zubov, and Lowe. The Oilers on the power play have Olesen and Beers at the points. Doug Waite, Dano Seager, and Scott Pearson up front. Pearson, number 33, across against Zubov. Around to Doug Waite. Seager checked by Lowe. Waite picked up by Tikkanen. Seager. Lowe goes after him at the point. Olesen to Beers. The shot went wide. Waite with a setup for Seager. Put it right through the crease. Tikkanen unable to clear. Now he forced it out of the zone. And Pearson has it back. Gave it away to Larmer. Larmer clears all the way down. Both teams change.
One thing about Larmer, very seldom will you see him mess around with a puck in a penalty kill situation. Get the puck, get it out, get it down the ice. Don't try and make the extra play in a tight game. If a turnover happens, you're in trouble. That happened to Michel Petit last night in Calgary.
Arnott to McCammon, and he's forced back by Bukaboom. Long pass to Igor Kravchuk for the shot. Save, Richter. Didn't see the rebound. It went into the corner. Arnott plays it to McCammon. Long pass to the point man, Mironov. Arnott turns, heads for the net, and shoots. He scores! Oilers work for that one. They score on the power play. It's a 3-2 game.
Well, they started the period quickly to draw the penalty. There's a nice pass to Arnott. Bukaboom's stick is grabbed a hold of. That's why he can't move out. He did formally complain to the referee, but it's a great shot on the power play by Arnott to beat Mike Richter low inside the goalpost to the stick-hand side. So all of a sudden, it was 3-0. It's now 3-2, and hang on.
A team-high 28 goals for Jason Arnott. On the power play, that is his 8th power play goal. John, Shane Corson hasn't come back. I don't think he played much of that second period.
After that bump that we showed, and he ran into Arnott, and he was bothered. We saw him on the bench, and you're right, he hasn't.
And usually you would see him on the power play, but he didn't play there. Kovalov's got the puck. So 2 injured Oilers tonight, Ranford and Corson. But the Oilers have mounted a comeback. It was 3-0. It's now 3-2. Rangers going into third periods with a lead this season, 34-0-4. They had a lead last night, a 1-goal lead. They wound up in a tie. They took a 2-goal lead into the third tonight. It's now a 1-goal lead with 2:40 gone by in the third. All the way down it goes. No icing. Rangers have to go back together. Richter plays it around to Zubov. If you joined us late, Adam Graves setting a Rangers team record, a single season high of 51 goals, scoring 2 tonight. As the Rangers got a 2-0 lead. Here's Tikkanen breaking in. He shoots wide. Gilbert has it taken away by Dean McCammon. McCammon and Maltby move in. McCammon looking, checked by Zubov. Ward's off the check. Puts it out in front. Gilbert there to take it back. Gilbert with Zubov and Noonan. 3-man rush into the Edmonton zone. Pass for Noonan. He scores! His first goal as a New York Ranger. Ryan Noonan with a beauty. And a great rush by the Rangers.
You know, Tikkanen had missed the net. The Oilers came back down. The Rangers recovered and played perfect team defense deep in their own zone. They then started back up the ice with a 3-on-2. And watch the pass by Zubov. Brilliant. Just brilliant. And Noonan skated into the puck, put the puck through the legs. Watch Zubov. Look at that pass. Taking both defensemen to him. And as you can see, Stapleton could not get back to Noonan. And there's the shot going through the legs as Brathwaite overplayed the shot. But that was some pass by Zubov after some team defense by the Rangers.
Sergei Zubov, who is 5th in the NHL in assists, picks up another one. He is 2nd on the Rangers in scoring. Mark Messier picking up a point tonight to maintain the team lead. Battle in front, and the puck is slid right through the crease by Brent Greaves. fired out. Rangers regain a 2-goal lead. Important goal for Brian Noonan, answering back just 23 seconds after Edmonton had scored. Off the board. McTavish against Richardson. Good play by McTavish. Now Kyprios against Mironov. Puck still alive. Up the board. Coaster turns. Fires. Save Braithwaite. Mironov bangs it off the board. Cookberger trying to clear. Denied by Leach. And he chips it out. A little over 4 minutes gone by in the third. The Rangers have a 4-2 lead.
Kyprios took a one-runner. Richardson, Sam, and he'll get a penalty. Ranger penalty coming up. Kyprios really gave Richardson a shot.
Here comes Doug Waite. He was offside. Power play Edmonton. 15:36 to go in the third as Kyprios is sent off. Sergei Zubov picking up the assist. And that is the 5th highest total for a New York Ranger in a single season. Here's the assist on the goal by Brian Noonan, his first as a Ranger and 15th of the season.
And that gives him 77 points on the season. Only Ray Bourque with 91 has more for defensemen. Ray Bourque out for the rest of the regular season with a bad knee, injured in last night's action.
Can anything more go wrong for the Boston Bruins, losing Neely and Bourque in the same week? Here's the shot, broken stick. Seager broke his stick on the shot. Richter covers the rebound. Oilers' 5th power play. They're 1 for 4. Scored on the last one.
But this power play is a good one. We talked about the improvement. When they met the Rangers in December, they were ranked number 22. Going into this game, they're ranked number 12. And you can see they're good. They move the puck well. This is a great pass across. And Seager misses the shot by catching too much ice and breaking the blade of his stick. Good recovery by Richter. But you can see in Edmonton practices the power play a lot. We saw that this morning. They really worked at it with a couple of units. So it's something they're building on for the future.
As the man who is responsible for building it, will he bring in a new coach for next season? He took over firing Ted Green in the middle of this season, letting Ted Green go. Ted is still around with the organization
tonight, actually. Some say yes, he will. Others say he's liking it too much.
Shot by Olofsson. Save Richter. Cleared out by Tikkanen.
And in liking it too much, he'll stay as coach. He loves working with young people, and there's a lot of young players here. What do they average here? There's not a player over 27 years of age dressed tonight for the Edmonton Oilers.
Seager leaves it for Waite. Waite moving in. And they got younger by bringing Marchand in for McTavish, that's for sure. Cleared by Brian Leach. 1 minute to go in the power play for the Edmonton Oilers. 14:35 to go in the third period. Rangers leading 4-2. Arnott got his 28th from Mironov and McCammon at 2:52. Noonan's 15th from Zubov and Gilbert at 3:15. Lowe takes the puck and clears it. Using the glass. Braithwaite waits for it. Around the board, stopped by Matteau. Taken back by Jason Arnott. Kravchuk with a nice pass to McCammon. Moves in on Lowe. McCammon pulls up. Toward the net. Knocked aside by Lowe. And Lowe playing back-to-back games. First time since being out with the back injury, and he's held up pretty well. Played well. Doesn't seem to be favoring anything at all. And skated a regular shift. Kirk Maltby comes in. 15 seconds left in the power play. McTavish checking Maltby. Hooking at him. Around to McCammon. In front, off the stick of Maltby. He was pulled around and he whacked McTavish. He flashed him in the leg.
Yeah, McTavish came high with his stick just before that play, Sam. Both players got a little agitated.
And both got away with stick work. Teams are back at full strength. Edmonton 1 for 5 on the power play. Kravchuk, long shot, just missed the post. Chopped toward the net, knocked away by Karpovtsev. Noonan with a lead for McTavish, goes beyond him. Braithwaite plays it. And no, he didn't play it.
Now they called it a two-line pass.
All right.
And they made a mistake. I think it did. He played it. The goaltender played it.
That shouldn't have been an icing.
The officials made a mistake. So
13:15 to go in the third. Rangers lead 4-2. There's the Rangers' single-season goal-scoring record holder, Adam Graves, with 50 and 51 tonight.
The Rangers will be flying in Vic Hadfield prior to the next home game, which is April 1st with Dallas. And before the game, there'll be a nice presentation to Adam Graves for his accomplishments. And Vic Hadfield, a very classy individual, will be in New York to make the presentation. Great to see. everyone get involved.
Vic had a fabulous year, 71-72, when he scored 50 on the line with Rattel and Gilbert, and Adam Graves has had a fabulous season paired with Mark Messier and whoever else you wanted to put on the right wing. Adam didn't mind. He just stood around the net and found the puck and worked hard and scored the goals. 51. 12:40 to go in the third. Bob Beers back for the puck. Okay, I want to ask you here, John, think about this. Ray Bourque is out for the remainder of the season. I felt he was the leading candidate for the Norris Trophy.
Yeah. He may
Is it
still
open
win
it up now?
I don't know, Sam. There's only 10, 11, 12 games left for Boston. He's had just a great season. It's going to be difficult for anybody else to knock him off in that role. But it's really something to think about the Boston Bruins and the years they've had of injured knees. Bobby Orr, Gord Pluzak, Cam Neely, and now Ray Bourque has a knee injury.
That warranted a penalty and nothing was called.
Kyprios again.
Kyprios took down.
I think it's Doug Waite.
No,
maybe wrong.
No, Adam Bennett.
Adam Bennett, right.
He went high into him and took him hard into the boards.
One arm wrapped around him and he drove Bennett into the boards. He took a penalty earlier in the period with an aggressive hit right at the Rangers bench. Now Buchberger and Kyprios being separated. You'll take a look at it here as Kyprios moves in. Crunching check. Ooh.
You know, he held him up.
Yeah, he held him up and he went right into the, oh man, did he ever, to that partition.
Kyprios got knocked down by Buchberger. And again, Morel seems to be oblivious to what's going on around him. He didn't see this,
like Bennett
this play.
Well, it looked like Bennett was going to get ahead of Kyprios, and Kyprios grabbed him with his left arm. That'd be a holding penalty. I don't think it was a dirty check by any means. Certainly could have been a hold, and it could be a shoulder problem to Bennett, who's down and having some problems. And still, Swede Knox, the linesman, is with Buchberger over by the Edmonton bench to make sure that nothing gets carried away. Joe Koser is on the ice. The team seem to be rather calm right now. Buchberger back in front of the Oilers bench. Again, Kyprios, to me, put his arm out and grabbed the Edmonton player. It could have been a holding penalty, but it wasn't, I don't think, any more than that as far as it being a dirty play or a hit from behind or anything like that. Nick likes to play it hard, likes to play it tough. There you can see he's grabbed a hold of the player. Ooh,
and then the stick seemed to get him on the helmet also.
The helmet. Maybe that's what knocked him woozy. And he's being helped up now, by the way. Now watch the stick. I don't know, Sam.
That angle doesn't
hard to tell.
Show any.
Well, you see, Bennett being taken off the ice, his left leg is not touching the ice surface. You wonder if it's a leg injury then. Shouldn't speculate like this. It's just not the right thing to do. It definitely is an injury, and there's no penalty. 3. Edmonton Oilers now. Shane Corson is gone. He's with that collision. He agitated the leg that he fractured earlier in the season. Billy Ranford's out with a hand injury to his right hand, and you can see Bennett, it's the leg injuries. He can't put weight at all on his left leg. Now, when we saw the replays a couple of times, we thought it was a stick that clunked his helmet or the shoulder into the side, the iron partition there. It must have been the leg that got jammed up underneath.
Sather is upset. 12:05 remaining in the third period, and Adam Bennett being helped to the Oilers locker room. And the left leg is a big problem right now. Back to the action. No penalties called, and play continues. Rangers with a 4-2 lead. Rangers 2 goals in the first period, each team a goal in the second, each team a goal here in the third. Scott Pearson to the net, and another save by Richter. He has robbed Scott Pearson 7 times in this game. Pearson has had great chances all around the net, and Richter has absolutely robbed him. Anderson's centering pass comes out of the zone. Bukaboom with the puck. Bukaboom and Leach, Messier, Anderson, and Graves on for the Rangers. Here comes Leach. Give it up to Mironov. Messier takes it back. Doug Waite has it. Waite looking for Pearson. He's at the net again. Another save by Richter.
My goodness, you can hear the fans in the building talking to themselves as it's happening again and again and again. And Pearson's trying all kinds of different moves, and Richter's legs have been just fabulous against him. He has not shot the puck high. All of them have been low. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Richter's been fabulous.
I can just see Scott Pearson having twitching nightmares seeing Mike Richter robbing him.
You know, the Richter's been fabulous, but the Rangers have been porous, giving up those clear-cut scoring chances. It's like a fire drill out there at times.
10:40 to go in the third. Matteau with the puck. 4-2 Rangers leading it. Beers plays it up the boards. Wells pinches in to stop it. Back behind the net, Bob Beers. Hard around the boards and out of the zone. No icing. Zubov comes back to get the puck. Cleared out. Taken back. Offside Edmonton. Play stopped with 10:12 to go. Third period. Rangers leading the Oilers 4-2.
And again, Mike Richter with some brilliant goaltending. Pearson goes to the left leg side of Mike Richter. Doug Waite makes a great pass. Watch Pearson go right to come back left, and there's the right leg making the save. Again, Pearson with his low shots and Mike Richter's legs have really been a special story in this game.
Strong game for Mike Richter. 24 saves. 10 minutes to go in the third. Rangers leading 4-2. Karpovtsev with Wells, Tikkanen, Noonan, and Gilbert. 2 goals for Graves, 1 for Kovalov, 1 for Noonan to lead the Rangers. Wells did a good job avoiding Kirk Maltby's hit. McCammon and Arnott have scored for Edmonton. Olison's pass. Former Ranger Stephen Rice has missed the last 12 games with an injury. There's a penalty upcoming on the Rangers again.
Karpovtsev put his arm right up around the head of McCammon, and then McCammon came back.
Karpovtsev still roughing him up. Now McCammon coming back at him.
Here we go, Maltby. Everybody going at it near the Rangers bench. Maltby got knocked down.
Arnott's involved with Gilbert.
Well, this got very feisty. Now at the other end of the bench, McCammon's still going, and Karpovtsev wants at him. Karpovtsev's got to be careful. He's got the bad wrist. This is really developing into a little nasty scene here with 9:25 to go in the third. Arnott had to hold it Gilbert. Arnott, a big, strong kid. The original 2, Karpovtsev and McCammon, are gone to the penalty box, and that's taken the 2 linesmen to do that. So only Morrell stands and watches the other players in the scrum.
The goalie, Braithwaite, is there because he had gone to the bench when the delayed penalty was being signaled.
This will separate now.
Alongside.
The linesmen get back quickly. This will all separate rather peacefully. We hope. Oh, there's no doubt about it now, Sam. No doubt about it.
9:25 to go in the third, and penalties will be handed out by referee Denny Morrell. Gloves will be collected.
Started with a high hit by Karpovtsev. Watch his hand right there, holding up McCammon, drives him into the bench. McCammon comes back there at Karpovtsev. Now they begin to battle. Maltby gave Noonan a little shove. Oh, another little shove from behind. The Rangers from the bench reach out at Maltby.
All right. The linesman Swede Knox is there to assist. When Sather looks on. While I have a moment, I want to send good luck wishes to the Bear Mountain Bears midget hockey team going up to Batavia, New York tomorrow night to play in the state championships.
2 questions.
Yes?
Where are they going to?
Batavia, New York.
Whereabouts is that?
Not far from Buffalo.
Okay, next question.
Yes?
Who's the goalie?
One of the goalies
is
my son Matthew. The other goalie, Howie Wiener. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. Go get him.
Stop the puck.
Go get him. And by the way, it's late. Get to bed.
That's right. Curfew. Mike Keenan looks on. Rangers a 4-2 lead, and the power play will go to the Edmonton Oilers after the original penalty to Alexander Karpovtsev. Don't forget, the Mike Keenan Show comes your way Saturday night, 11:15. We'll be doing that show in Vancouver, and Mike will be talking about. He and I will sit down and we'll talk about all the changes and look toward the playoffs as he puts his team together. Big trades for the Rangers, changing the look of this team as they head for the playoffs a month away. Rangers having already clinched a playoff spot, beginning play tonight, 2 points ahead of the New Jersey Devils. Glenn Sather wants to get his team retooled, reshaped. He's got some good, young-looking players.
Look what Pearson's done in this game, and what Arnott can do, and Shane Corson when he gets healthy. Plus, remember this. In the trade for Dave Manson, along with players, they also got first-round draft choice. Winnipeg will miss the playoffs. It'll be a high choice,
right,
as will the Edmonton choice be, because they're missing the playoffs. When the Oilers go out, they said they wanted to find a centerman and a tough, good defenseman. Those are the two players they're looking at.
He wanted an aggressive defenseman who could move the puck. It wasn't just a stay-at-home aggressive defenseman. He wants somebody who can move the puck well.
The kid in Windsor, I would think, but I forget his name too right now. I'm sorry. But I think that Florida will take him. Yeah, that's it. Chevanowski, yeah. This guy is good. He's tough. He's mean. Maybe he likes to be mean, and he's good with the puck.
Maybe the first pick overall.
Absolutely. That's what I think is going to happen.
That's an offside whistled against the Oilers, who are on the power play. They're 6th of the game. They're 1 for 5.
This game's a long way from over. 1:42 to go on the penalty that the Rangers have. 9:07 to go here in the third period, and the Oilers trail by 2. And a lot of it's been the story of Mike Richter. Edmonton's had 26 shots. The majority of the 26 have been quality scoring chances.
Rangers got 6 minutes in penalties. Karpovtsev got 4 for roughing. Gilbert got 2 for roughing. Arnott and McCammon 2 each for roughing. Time of all penalties at 10:35. And the Oilers wind up with a power play. Messier, Graves, Leach, and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Frederick Olofsson with the puck. Now played ahead by Bob Beers to Zdeno Seeger. Seeger whacked by Bukaboom. Seeger went down. Puck around the boards. Beers trying to keep it in. Messier breaks out. Olofsson is back as Messier moves in. 1-on-1. Nice move. Knocked away by Olofsson. Stays with him. Gets a roar from the crowd. Seeger plays it across for Doug Waite. Minute 10 to go on the power play. Leach against his good friend Doug Waite. Took him out nicely. Puck knocked down by Waite. Good play by Zubov, and he clears. Just under a minute to go on the power play. Beers retrieves the puck. 8:20 to go in the third. The Rangers leading 4-2. Off the stick of Buchberger, sent the other way by Kevin Lowe. Igor Kravchuk looks up ice. Tikkanen with Larmer, Zubov, and Lowe. Puck off the boards. Lowe steps up and clears. Kravchuk back for it. 30 seconds to go on the Edmonton power play. The outlet to Kelly Buchberger. Hit with a stick by Larmer. Buchberger, nice rush. Takes the shot wide. Around the boards to Kravchuk. Buchberger along the boards. Knocked away from Todd Marchand. And Zubov clears all the way down. Marchand on for the first time in the period, I believe. Seeing power play time here. Mike Stapleton, who showed a big shot when he was playing with Pittsburgh. Kravchuk blocked at the line by Leach. Team's back at full strength. Len Anderson with it. Anderson against Mike Stapleton. Looking for Matteau. Knocked away by Brent Greaves. 7:10 to go in the third as Greaves sends it ahead to Buchberger. Taken out by Leach. And Buchberger going back at Leach, but Leach has really been very effective with that hip check.
Very strong, and it was a good back check by Kovalov. It started as a 3-on-2 for Edmonton. Kovalov got back on Greaves, took a good body position on the guy, and there's no way that Greaves could get to the puck. But Kovalov's learning both ends of the ice.
Marchand, good rush, and then he ran into Bukaboom. That's a mismatch. Physically, a big mismatch. Noonan, slowed down by Waite, dumps into the Edmonton zone. Luke Richardson back for it. Noonan chases him. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. A giveaway, and then the Oilers regain possession. Pearson leaves it for Doug Waite. Waite on Zubov. Waite with the puck in front for Pearson. Knocks down Kevin Lowe. McTavish takes over.
Doug Waite's played well, Sam. When he's had the puck, again, we talked to the coaches today for Edmonton. They've really worked at him to move his feet, and he's moved his feet well in the game.
Waite wants to get his contract done. Next year is his option year. He'd like to get the contract done in this offseason, have that cleared up. Talked about playing in the World Championships. He's been bothered by a sore left wrist. He says if it gets better, he'll go and play in the World Championships. But the coaches love him here.
The headache thing could be a problem, too. Migraine.
Mironov in front, saved by Richter with Scott Thornton right in front. Well, he likes those Scots, does Richter. He's taken the puck away from him several times. First Scott Pearson, now Scott Thornton. 5:37 to go in the third. The Rangers have a 4-2 lead. Mark Messier back in his hometown. He's had an assist here. Northlands Coliseum far from full, and that's certainly a disappointment. But it's been a good return for the former Edmonton Oilers, now wearing New York Rangers jerseys. 4-2 Rangers leading it with 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Kyprios going back to Leach, and now Jeff Fukaboom. Out for Tikkanen. Braithwaite comes out for the puck, leaves it for Bob Beers. Jason Arnott has it. Now Frederick Olofsson. Nice lead off the stick of McCammon. He's taken down by Leach. Might have helped it a little bit if the fans wanted a penalty called. McCammon turns, holds. Toward the net, into the corner. Olofsson has it back. Swings it around behind the net. Fukaboom trying to get there against Arnott. Two big guys tangled up. Puck kept in by Beers. Ooh, Fukaboom whacked at the stick of Arnott. Just chopped down at it. Leach to the puck. Off the board, stopped by Richardson. Tikkanen plays it. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Kirk Maltby with it. And we've got Tikkanen involved with Richardson. And then they're separated. Kyprios steps in front of Arnott. And right back in there. That's Bob Beers, number 2.
Well, that is
Tikkanen's family here.
Come and see their dad play. And getting in the middle of things. It looks like it's going to separate rather peacefully.
It's been a record-setting night here in Edmonton. It's a record-setting night in L.A. as Wayne Gretzky becomes the all-time NHL leading goal scorer. This is number 802, McSorley to Gretzky. He scores, and Wayne Gretzky with 802 career goals, the all-time leading goal scorer, breaking the record previously held by Gordie Howe. The great one goes into the record book. There's the great Gordie. Gordie Howe has scored 801 in the NHL in his fabulous career with the Detroit Red Wings, but now the records belong to the greatest, Wayne Gretzky. In 1,117 games, 14 seasons, 802 goals, and you hear the cheers in Edmonton here at the Northland Coliseum as the announcement of the record-breaking goal has been made to the crowd, and Wayne Gretzky will be here Friday night.
In November 1978, he was traded by the WHA Indiana Racers along with left wing Peter Driscoll and goaltender Eddie Neal to Edmonton for cash and future considerations. That's when he became an Oiler. Of course, they then moved into the NHL. Look at this. People standing and cheering, and so they should, for a player that's not even here. But he provided them with so many entertaining years. In fact, Sam, one year, 1982, he scored 92 goals as an Oiler. And it looks like Robitaille and McSorley will get the assist, and a lot of charities will get autographed sticks. He was going to wear a bunch of different pairs of gloves, a bunch of different jerseys, use something like 25 different sticks in the game. He cares about that stuff.
802 pairs of shoes. I think that was a great gesture.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? He's the greatest, period.
No question about it. And congratulations to Wayne Gretzky. And the people here in Edmonton, as you walk around the building, they said, Wayne Gretzky put Edmonton on the map. And a big, big factor in the success of the Edmonton Oilers and the National Hockey League. Wayne Gretzky. And there's a man who played so many years with him, Kevin Lowe. And these Oilers, all they have to do is walk around and see pictures of Wayne Gretzky. They'll know what it meant to be an Edmonton Oiler in the 80s.
I remember last summer having a golf tournament in Western Canada for Crohn's Colitis Foundation, and for some reason we hadn't had a Gretzky stick for the auction. I called the day before the golf tournament, Sam, from the mountains of British Columbia on a cellular phone. The next day the stick was there, and he had to go out of his way to go to the office where they kept him in the summertime in Los Angeles to autograph the thing. What type of guy he is.
Uh-oh, Kovalov got knocked down by Buchberger. He's shaken up. There's a penalty upcoming on Buchberger. That puck was deflected off the stick of Todd Marchand. High sticking call on Kelly Buchberger.
To be honest, I didn't see what happened. Some of the Rangers having a couple of words with Buchberger. I don't know if anybody really saw what happened except for maybe the Rangers bench, because it was in front of them at center ice. But the Rangers bench isn't too upset Well, they're not screaming and yelling anyway, from what we can tell.
Seems we're skating 4 aside as Arnott and Tikkanen had gotten penalties. Now Buchberger joins Arnott in the penalty box, and the Rangers will get their first power play since the first period. This is rather the second period. This is their third of the game. They're 0 for 2. They had 1 in each period. Kovalov's still a little sting in the field. High sticking the call at 16:20. 3:40 to go in the third. Rangers leading 4-2. And it's been a great night for hockey when you have an Adam Graves set a Rangers single season record with 2 goals, and then hear that Wayne Gretzky set the all-time NHL record. That's great.
You know what's going to be interesting, though, is the Adam Graves thing is going to be buried, except for in New York. And Wayne Gretzky will be headlined across Canada in every sportscast, every newspaper, everywhere.
Knowing Adam Graves, I
he
think
will
defer to Wayne Gretzky.
Exactly right.
4-on-3 power play Rangers. Messier for Graves. Touches it back to Zubov.
Graves would like to get the hat trick.
Here's Leach to Graves. Out to Leach, looking. Graves to the net. Leach to Messier. Graves in front. Deflection just wide.
Messier's trying to get it to him.
3 minutes to go in the third. Minute 20 to go on the power play. Leach, long shot, deflected off of Graves. Messier plays it. Kravchuk, Richardson, and Wade on for Edmonton. Pass for Graves was broken up by Richardson. And Graves and Richardson giving each other shots. Here's Zubov, had to go off his stick. Zubov holding. Now Leach one times it, blocked by Wade. And he skates it clear. And coming forward, Igor Kravchuk. Behind the back pass for Richardson. 40 seconds to go on the power play for the Rangers as Zubov heads up ice. Kovalov has come on with Tikkanen and Matteau. It's a 5-on-4 advantage now. Kovalov's pass. McCammon going for it. Matteau is there. It deflects over the glass into the crowd.
It's almost Chinese food time.
Yeah, I heard Kevin Lowe was walking around with a menu from the Chinese restaurant. What do you want tonight? Lemon chicken?
Great Chinese restaurant here in Edmonton called the Blue Willow. Going there for 20-some years anyway. Kevin Lowe decided that on the charter tonight, instead of airplane food, he would buy for everybody, including us. Way to go. Oh, baby. That deserves an old baby, I'll tell you that. Oh, my. What a life, huh, Sam?
Pass the low main, please.
Oh, my. Kovalov back on the ice. He's okay.
Adam Graves with 2 goals. Like say Kovalov with 1, Brian Noonan with 1 as the Rangers have a 4-2 lead. Weird Karam in front, score! Stefan Matteau. It's a power play goal. And a break for the Rangers on the bad Karam off the glass. And Freddie Braithwaite out of position. 2 in 2 nights for Stefan Matteau.
The puck was dumped in, and the goaltender, he does the right thing. He has to go out and try and stop the puck as it's coming around the net. It catches the partition in the glass and just Karam'd in front. And Matteau, who's a quicker skater than people realize, got there and just simply put it in before the goaltender, Braithwaite, could recover. You see the puck jumped in by Alexei Kovalov, who will get the assist. What? I mean, it's not supposed to do that. And there's Matteau. Jumps on the play and scores.
Off the boards in the corner, out in front. Matteau there to put it in. 5-2 Rangers with 1:45 to go in the game.
The Rangers power play, Sam, number 2 going into tonight's action behind Boston. But I think that'll change. The Rangers get one here, but Boston's problem now without Neely and without Bork, you would think that their power play would suffer somewhat the rest of the regular season.
Though Ali Afraidy will certainly be
I understand that.
Position. And we've got a whistle and a penalty called on Jay Wells.
And he went in at Maltby. I think the Rangers remember Maltby playing such an aggressive game in New York. And here he's been aggressive at times in this game, so Wells takes advantage of the clock late. Gets a minor penalty.
18:33 the time of the penalty. Wells for roughing, and the Oilers get another power play chance. Their 7th of the game.
There's Maltby facing the glass looking for the puck, and Wells gives him a shot right in the face. I'm quite sure that Wells knew exactly who that was, and he had a reason for doing it. And Denny Morrell does his job putting Wells in the penalty box.
Kevin Lowe's brother works the Oilers bench, is one of the trainers.
He used to work with the Edmonton Eskimo football team there for a number of years in the CFL, the Canadian Football League, and then he moved across to the Oilers. Real gentleman.
So a good start to the road trip for the Rangers, a 5-game road trip, a tie in Calgary, and this will be a win here in Edmonton with 1:15 to go on the game. Off the stick of Richter it goes, bounces down.
Maltby just threw a hit at Kevin Lowe. Lowe wants him back.
Along the boards, Arnott. One time by Olsen, saved by Richter. He's got the puck with 1:05 to go, and there goes Lowe at Maltby.
Absolutely. Maltby, he's not making any friends in this game. Even though I think it appeared to be a clean hit, it was a hard attempted hit. Maltby plays it tough, and the Rangers are trying to let him know what they think of him.
Noonan and Maltby face to face here.
He's an aggressive kid. Talking about Maltby, played a great game on the road for the Oilers in New York in the 1-1 tie, and banged and crashed and banged and crashed. And the Ranger coaches, they make notes, they remember these things, and I would almost bet that it was talked about prior to the game about Maltby.
Oh, they've started at him early, and he's answered back. Maltby hasn't backed off at all.
Oh, I agree with you totally. The Rangers are using the clock to try and get at him late. The save, and now the Rangers go at Maltby. You can see that Kevin Lowe wanted him after the hit that happened about 10 seconds prior to that in behind the Rangers goal.
And Lowe is fortunate he didn't get a penalty. He was the one that went right at Maltby, and Maltby winds up in the penalty box. Now let's see. Morel is over there talking
to him.
to
go to the box, or to the dressing room, Sam, with only 1:05 to go here in the period. And I think Kevin Lowe, Noonan got it. Okay. Yeah. Denny Morel has got flat, a little bit upset.
18:55, time of the penalties. Noonan and
this is the play. This is the play that got everybody upset. Maltby went in at Kevin Lowe with a hard hit. Appeared to be a clean hit.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah. Then Kevin gave him a shot there. That's when I knew that the Rangers wanted to get at Maltby.
It's still a 5-on-4 power play advantage for the Oilers. Just under a minute to go in the game. Beers winds up and shoots, the save by Richter. 30 shots on goal for the Oilers. Richter has made 28 saves. Oilers have outshot the Rangers now 31-19. Another good save by Richter. McCammon with the puck. Jason Arnott. McCammon and Arnott, the goal scorers in the game for Edmonton. McCammon in the corner. Knocked away by Zubov. Nice control by Zubov. Wade played it back to Olsen. Now to Bob Beers. And he hit McCammon with it. McCammon was taken down by Lowe, and that's a penalty on Kevin Lowe.
Yeah, by my calculation, the Oilers were being outshot one time 15-9. They now have outshot the Rangers 31-19. That's 22-4. Mike Richter has been the story. Yeah. Adam Graves has 2 huge goals for his career, for his season. The Rangers have come up with big goals when they've needed it. But Mike Richter has been the story over the last 2 periods of this game in a very easy, relaxing first period. But the Oilers came out charging to start the second, and Mike Richter has just stymied this hockey club.
Low for holding at 1934. It's a 5-on-3 advantage for the Oilers.
2 forwards and 1 defenseman on the ice for New York.
The good news is only 25.4 seconds remaining. The Rangers have a 3-goal lead.
You see an adjustment on the faceoff as Brian Leetch has been put on the boards to the left side of Tikkanen. That was with the advice of Mike Keenan.
Tikkanen won the faceoff from Arnott. Leetch trying to play the puck. 3 players there. Arnott swings it back to Olsen. Beers playing it across. Leetch couldn't intercept. Arnott gets there. Now Wade along the boards. 10 seconds to go in the game. Wade toward the net. Pass across. Beers on the backhand. It hit Larmer. Larmer trying to get his stick free. Here's Beers with 4 seconds. Centered in front. One more, and they score with 1.2 seconds remaining. They score on the 5-on-3. A moral victory for the Edmonton Oilers on the goal.
And 2 points to the standings for the Rangers, which they need as New Jersey's been closing in. You can see Steve Larmer was held up to get the puck out in front with a 5-on-3 advantage. Arnott gets the second of the game. The big horse got there, didn't he?
29
right here, where Larmer can't get the puck out of the zone, and in front, Arnott drives to the net. Good pass. And then Arnott finishes it quickly. This one's over. The Rangers get themselves a win. And Mike Richter with an outstanding game. Congratulations to Adam Graves. And we're going to see some greatness from that young man.
2 goals for Jason Arnott. Fred Braithwaite replaced Bill Ranford. who was injured. But for the Rangers, an important win. They had won only once in their previous 6 games. Mike Keenan has to be very satisfied with the trip to Alberta. The Rangers come out with 3 points. And Mike Richter maintains his league lead in wins, his 35th, and this is 60th game of the season. Adam Graves sets the Rangers record for most goals in a season with 51 by scoring 2 in Edmonton, where he played so well in 1989-90, helping lead the Edmonton Oilers to the Stanley Cup Championship. Adam Graves, one of the former Oilers, returning to burn Edmonton tonight with 2 goals. And the Rangers come away with a 5-3 win, and they are 1 win and 1 tie thus far on the 5-game road trip, which will continue Friday night in Vancouver. And we'll get a look at Pavel Bure trying to become a 50-goal scorer. He's still trying tonight in L.A. And if you missed it, Wayne Gretzky has set the all-time NHL goal-scoring record with a goal in L.A. against Vancouver. The Discover Card game summary: 2 goals for Adam Graves, breaking Vic Hadfield's record, which has stood since 1972. Brian Noonan gets his first goal as a Ranger. Sergei Zubov, his 65th assist of the season. And the Edmonton Oilers had injuries tonight. Ranford went down, Corson went down, Bennett went down with injuries, and the Rangers come away with a 5-3 win. So that ends the game action. Adam Graves awaiting the 3-star announcement. We'll be back with a post-game wrap-up in a moment. The Rangers win at 5-3. The story is Adam Graves, the Delta Airlines player of the game, with his 50th and 51st goals of the season. He sets a Rangers record for most goals in a season, and Adam Graves is in our studio. And on the phone is the man who previously held the single-season record, Vic Hadfield. Adam, first of all, congratulations. What a great moment for you, and you've got to be thrilled about it.
Oh, thank you, and I'm definitely thrilled, especially, you know, Mr. Hatfield's very classy, and especially to go on the phone. It's an honor to be in his company and share the moment with him.
Vic, what do you think about this guy breaking your record?
Well, it was great. I've certainly been watching him, and I know he's a very, very fine hockey player. And off the ice, I know he does a lot of work for the charities, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Vic, when you scored the goal, Rod Gilbert and Jean Rattel on the ice, and Adam Graves here has a chance to score with Mark Messier. I guess there's something about playing on great lines, isn't there?
Well, as you know, John, I needed a lot of help out there, and I certainly got it from Jod and Rod, and I know Mark Messier had a lot to do with Adams, but Adam is a very, very capable player, that's for sure.
I think I could argue with you there. I think I saw a few more empty nets than you did.
Adam, but you've really worked hard for a lot of your goals. People talk about you scoring so much around the net. Is there anything you did in particular coming into this season that's helped you improve your goal scoring?
I don't know. I did a lot of work on my legs. I didn't do as much on my upper body this past summer, but you know, I'm very, very fortunate in the position I've been put in, getting the opportunity to play with Mark Messier. I can't say enough about the guy. He's probably had the single most, as a player, influence on me and the rest of my teammates. It's a team thing, and I think everyone should get a slice of that puck because it was a team thing, and that's the reason why we did it as a team.
Adam, you've talked a lot about the team thing, which I concur. However, you've also wanted to think about your family, very close to your family. You wanted to say something?
Well, most definitely. My fiancée, she was in New York, and I was hoping, because I love it in New York so much, and I love playing at the Garden, but it didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't happen there, but I'd like to dedicate this to my family. My mom, I'm sure she's watching, and I want to say a little something to my dad. All those hours in the driveway with you and I spent together, that we had so much fun. It was all worth it.
And Adam, Vic Hadfield is coming to New York when the Rangers come back from the road trip April the 1st, and there'll be a ceremony that night. Vic, that's going to be great to see you back in New York and on the ice with Adam Graves.
Well, it certainly will be. It'll be quite an honor to come back and present something to Adam, and then we're looking forward to it.
You know, it's got to be special also, Vic, for you that this record stood up for 22 years. That says something, too.
Well, it was very surprising because they've had a lot of very, very good hockey players and qualified hockey players in New York. I know Mike Gartner came close there a couple of years ago, and Pierre LaRouche had a whack at it, and I'm surprised it stood up this long.
We just had a look at your 50th goal. We're trying to decide, John and I were arguing, wondering who the goaltender was for Montreal that night. Was it Gump Worsley? Do you remember?
No, it was Dennis DeJordy.
Oh,
Dennis
okay.
DeJordy. I thought maybe Charlie Hodge or maybe Rogie Vachon wrong again. Vic, I understand you're going to be moving to New York.
Yes. I'm going to be spending probably 3 or 4 days a week down there throughout the course of the summer, and then we'll make the move in the fall.
Adam, your 50th goal was just a tremendous play. Mark Messier waited, and that picture-perfect passing, and a nice combination with Glenn Anderson as well.
Well, I was kind of nervous because I know Mess can pass like no one, as you've seen over the last few years, and I knew if I just went to the net, he'd put it over, and I was really nervous. I've gone through times where I haven't been nervous, but this has ridden on my mind a little bit lately, and I've been trying to shut it out and say I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about just play. And I was kidding with Kev today, and because it didn't happen last game or whatever, and I was just hoping that would happen. But anyways, what I said to him, I said it would only be fitting that Mark Messier passes me the puck and I put it into an open net, because basically that's how it's worked the last 3 years. And once again, I can't say enough about my teammates.
And it's also only fitting that the hard work that you do in front of the net was the way you scored the 51st goal, the record breaker.
It was just one of those things. I don't know why, but the puck, it went into the corner, and then it came out in front of the net here, and I kind of see it. I thought it was coming back because guys didn't know where it was in their feet, and I thought it might get back to me. You see what I mean? And it just got on my skate there, and I just tried to kick it up to my stick and just took a slap at it, and I was lucky it went in.
Well, it certainly has to be a thrill, Adam. And it has to be a thrill, I guess, for you, knowing the type of person you are, that the night you score the record-breaking goals for the New York Rangers, the same night that Wayne Gretzky scores to break Gordie Howe's goal.
Don't even compare those two names. That's crazy. I mean,
no, I wasn't comparing. I just
no. I don't mean in a
though.
comparison, but what I'm trying to say is don't use my name and his name in the same sentence. It doesn't do any.
Well, you let us take care of that.
Adam Graves, thank you so much. Congratulations on the record. Vic Hadfield, congratulations to you on the record that stood so long, and thanks for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you in New York.
Well, thank you, and Adam, take care, and we'll see you next week Friday.
Thank you, Mr. Hatfield. It was my pleasure and an honor for me.
Thank you.
All right, guys, congratulations to Adam Graves. Rangers' 45th win of the season. They now have 97 points. Time to look at the goal of the game. Brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud. And cleared by Messier. The race is on. Messier gets for the puck. Moves in. Score! 18,472 on their feet at Chicago Stadium. Larmer goes towards Belfour. He scores! Oh, baby!
Next Sunday's game will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, live. Long shot handled by DeJordy. Here's Goyette trying to center it, but Richard intercepts for Montreal and comes back to center into Frank Mahovlich. Gets broken up, and here's Gilbert for the Rangers. A three-man break. Gilbert trying to go around the defense, was taken out of the play by Bouchard, and Harper goes back to get the puck, lost it to Hatfield. Hatfield trying to center it. He and Harper fight for it on the board. Now it's cleared outside the blue line. Gilbert gets it again for the Rangers into Hatfield. Tried to get it back to Gilbert. Hatfield has it again on the point to Nielsen. Over to the other point to Sealing into Hatfield.
He's bumped there. Luke Richardson with a check in the corner. Graves after the puck. Maltby moves it around the boards. Karpovtsev there to play it toward the net. Blocked in front. Graves turns. He scores! Adam Graves! Now the celebration begins. 51 goals for Adam Graves. Number 50 for Vic Hadfield in 1972. Number 51 for Adam Graves in 1994. Rangers defeat the Edmonton Oilers 5-3. It's on to Vancouver. We'll be on the air Friday night at 10:30 Eastern Time when the Rangers meet Pavel Bure and the Vancouver Canucks. And that wraps it up from the Northlands Coliseum. For John Davidson, producer Joe Whalen, director John Gallagher, Mark Messier sets up Adam Graves for number 50. This is Sam Rosen. So long, everyone.